cast all the things I needed casting before I unmute and all of these lovely players can start talking. Excuse me, get your filthy dice off my screen. Gross. Alright, hello everyone. We are gearing up for today's HTML Wanderpus game. It is called The River is Wild. We have some new players today. I hear Alan talking, so I don't want to unmute while he's in the middle of talking. Hopefully
Get the card then.
Hello.
I heard it was
He's about to
14 miles
unmute,
long.
guys.
We're live.
Oh, hi.
No, I just did unmute, so hello.
Oh, you did it anyway?
I did the thing, because I can't hear whether you guys are talking, and I can't see whether you're talking.
Yeah.
I just could hear you in the background.
Okay.
Right, feel free to introduce yourselves.
Alright. I'm Come Correct, the DM of this here wonderful game. And today we are playing the first science-based mission in this game, and we fucking haven't done any science in this game yet, so here we go. So
Despite
we
being
are
a science
playing-
vessel.
despite being a science vessel. And hilariously, this game is going to be the one where we don't have access to that vessel. So that's
Wait,
fun.
my
'cause
guns.
Yeah, it's parked offshore.
No guns for you.
Aw,
Oh.
dang.
So we have Talon, who is playing Corzipa. And I'm just going to run down the list and introduce. They are the Snake Lady muscle of the team. We got Toast, who is playing Krieg.
Creek.
They are a small lizard accountant with a llama, and llamas in this world look like weird tapirs with giant bat wings.
His name's
So-
Ron Guard.
His name is Rongard. We have Karai, who is playing Snick Snack, the kobold that eats things. And
Hello.
we have Zach. Well, yeah, Zach is playing Tengu Gemini, who is a food anthropologist. That is
Cultural anthropologist focusing on food, on cuisine.
well. There we go. And those are all the players, and everybody in the chat that has a character. And even if you don't have a character, please make a character. You will be the team on the shore. Well, this team has been hired by friend of the crew. Ooh, let's get her token up. Tincture. She has hired everybody to study. There's this giant hole in the middle of some ruins, and a church or a religion has been throwing magical items into the hole for as long as anyone can remember. Nobody knows why. They don't even know why they do it. Just when they collect magical items, they throw it in the hole. And they think it's good luck, and maybe it is. But there's running water down there, but everybody knows it's fresh water. If you drop a bucket and pull it all the way up, it's like a well. So it's fresh water. So it's not the ocean under there. So she needs to know what's under there. And they've sent many people down there, and no one's ever come back. But now we have a science vessel, a group of scientists that travel the world in dangerous waters. So she suspects, who better to come than them? So you have been hired to take on this job. And that is what you plan, that is what we plan on doing. Here's where it's going to start.
Now that's a hole.
The big old hole. Tincture's down here. And so what do we do? Do you have a token, Zach? Because we were trying to, but we didn't get around to get the token made. It's been a busy week with Terrence.
Let me
If you can
see.
find any picture that's not terrible copyright infringement, that'd be probably be fine.
Let me just see. Just trying to find a generic Tengu emoji.
The screen on stream doesn't really show anything, by the way.
Can I just link in Roll20?
Yeah, that should work.
just use that.
All right. And we just do. Should have done this right before, but I'm bad. Here we go. How big is that going to be when it? Oh,
Okay, that's gonna be.
Oh wow, I'm giant.
There we go.
It's been
there we are.
it's been kind of a rough week for getting stuff done. So
Yeah. Because of, yeah. Well, again, because of Terrence and his butt.
Carlos, thank you for the host.
You select a token. There we go. And now that is set as your token.
Okay.
Should be at least there. Controlled by everyone. I never like set the tokens to only be able to be controlled by one person, so everybody can always play around with everybody's characters. But that's just because I'm lazy. Alright, so while this is going on, the reason that you are doing this is because Twi's character, Salon, wants to set up radio towers around the world. And she asked for permission from the Nomads, which Tincture is the leader of, if they could build a radio tower here. And Tincture said yes, as long as you agree to help her on this expedition. Now, before we get this expedition started, I need to know, how well did you guys prepare? Did you come in with a raft? Like, what does the vessel you are going to take down there look like?
Since it's underground, it should probably be something that's covered in case we don't want to get wet.
There's definitely an underground river. Like, we know that.
So do we want to bring more of a boat, or do we want to bring more of a sub-type vessel? Is the question.
Surely the ship has, like, safety. What are the emergency boats that ships have? It has a name.
Like
Escape
a life
pods?
raft?
Thank you, a life raft. I'm sure we have a dozen of those lying around somewhere.
Karika sent science supplies, I believe.
Where did she send that?
That's
Just
true. We do have that
Random
diving
science. A diving bell isn't a raft.
bell. It's true. It's more of a.
I mean, diving bell is a sea vessel that'll go a direction. But let me tell you,
Down is
that
the
direction's
direction.
down.
Surely Corzipa could drag it alongside.
Corzipa, a real good swimmer.
I based her off an anaconda, so yeah, anaconda swim.
So you want to be the only thing driving our diving bell around. So in case something happens to you, the rest of us are screwed.
I mean, I figure, wouldn't probably be too hard to get like a raft, just like a, bundle a bunch of wood together. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I have a multi-tool staff that I could use as an oar.
Okay, so we're gonna make a raft to bring with us, from what I'm hearing.
That works.
Sure.
Waterproof bags, I think we can bring.
Yeah, it looks like Caustic has also, like Caustic's character Karika has packed all the science supplies you might need. So you do have on you, and somebody's got to add, like, somebody just add science equipment to their bag, and you'll have tons of like beakers and vials and stuff like that.
I'll carry the stuff.
Okay.
So go ahead and just add it as like one item, like it'll all count as one. So if I break it, I'm breaking all of it.
What do you got, Cole?
And
I would probably have some kind of a sack for collecting ingredients and whatnot, because that's kind of what I do. So.
Oh yeah, little bags and stuff. I'm not gonna make you like add to your thing until you add like a bunch of stuff into it. So if one of you, what's up?
Okay. Item pack.
You do have, like, Cole has given one of you, and you can add to your inventory a magnifying glass, and this will give you a bonus on any check that you can tell me that you're using a magnifying glass with. That makes sense, you know. So go ahead, somebody roll me a 20-sider. Doesn't matter who, but it will, like, whoever rolls it takes responsibility. Oh, there it goes. So a 9. So not a failure, but you will get 2 choices. Okay, so here are your choices. You can either have a fully functional and, like, safe, like, raft, no problem. It'll get you where you need to go. But it'll be small, and won't be able to you'll only be able to carry half the stuff that you would like, because you sacrifice size for functionality. Or you can have a large one that will definitely float, but is far more susceptible to breaking.
Ooh. Ooh. What do you all think?
I would think you'd want your vessel to be sturdy, so I'd pick the first one.
Yeah. Well, at least, and also, like, 2 of us are tiny.
That's true.
I just assume that Corzipa takes up the rest of the mass.
Also, like, my character is like 6'9", so 2 of us are tiny, 2 of us are big.
Yes, I am like half your size.
So
I'll
maybe
just ride on Corzipa since she's huge. Problem solved.
and Snack could probably ride on my shoulders. And yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah. So smaller raft.
Right. Smaller raft, but right. And sorry, somebody asked Cole asked about the boons. I don't know if we ended up being able to figure out how to put a time limit on those fucking cards. But I would say like an hour in like real time the boons last. I think that's what we decided on.
That feels good.
Like, alright, so you have a small raft. It's just a raft, but a well-crafted raft.
Do you want to give this like a mast, or do we just want it to be like boards
I-
tied together?
You're going down into a cave, so wind's not going to be a problem.
Okay, so boards tied together with.
It should probably have some sort of like central, like mast-like structure that we can hang a lantern from it, so it's convenient.
Just makes sense. Some way to steer it somehow.
We have a pole.
All right,
Yeah, I have a staff that I can use as an oar.
there you go.
So we have decided it is a small, well-made raft. Like, it has enough room for all of you, and enough room for like some supplies to come back. Now, I was thinking, while you're down, you might be down there for out of time. What's the question? What's the question, Otter?
You gotta give him a beat for the delay.
Oh, okay. So one of you get to ask any question. You get one question to straight up ask the DM. Like, it doesn't have to be an in-world question. It's just a question. We can sit on it for now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
just waste it, so don't let me ask.
Yeah, we'll keep it for later because nothing's come up just yet.
Yeah. So, raft is done. How are you gonna want to send back supply? Like, if you find something that you want, I was thinking we're gonna Metal Gear Solid. Like, what's the most recent one?
Phantom Pain.
5.
The Phantom Pain one. Yeah, the full
5.
game though. Is that the Phantom Pain one or is the other one? I don't know.
5.
Can't remember.
I know what you're talking about, though. You shoot
The
this little
Fultons?
thing and it.
The little balloons, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I was thinking. How you guys send stuff back?
Wasn't sure if you were talking about 5 or survive.
Oh, not God, no. Oof. But yeah, so you're basically gonna tag and balloon things back that you think can handle the trip back. And that way the science team will be able to investigate it while you guys are still down there.
Okay.
So somebody needs to add balloons to their inventory if you want to take that.
I'll
What's
do
in that
that.
area again?
And if that doesn't work out, then you have to stop sending stuff back.
I'll hold on to the balloons then.
I'm adding a backpack to my inventory just so that I can, if need be, and it comes down to it, just manually take things out.
So that is all 5, and the 6th crew member is about to show up.
Okay.
So you hear some really loud, just banging footsteps, coming down. Yeah, there he is. Oh, did it not put it on the screen? What happened there? But anyway, so a 20-foot tall fucking giant blue man wearing the Undertaker's coat.
Oh god, I hope he doesn't have to get on the raft too.
Oh, he definitely does, but here's the adorable thing about the Riverman. He shrinks to 8 inches tall.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
He is an Oni creature. He does not talk much. Tincture does a lot of his talking for him. He has 2 sizes, 8 inches tall and 20 feet tall. He does not get to be anywhere in between that.
Oh, this
And when
guy's
I
the
said-
best.
When I said he shrinks, it's an instantaneous thing. There is no period of time where he's between those 2 sizes.
Okay.
So he's going to come down with you, but keep in mind, those are his 2 sizes. He's also incredibly strong. He is the Undertaker from WWF/WWE. That is who he is.
Does he have the Ant-Man ability to still be stupidly strong despite being an ant size?
Yes,
That's fantastic.
he could bench all of you at this size.
At the same time.
Fantastic.
So he is literally Hank Pym / The Undertaker.
Flash and Oni.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
He is, here, I can show you. He's actually on the map. You can see him over here.
Oh,
That's awesome.
But that's before he got his cool trench coat and decided to become a professional wrestler.
him big.
He was defeated in professional wrestling by the captain.
Yeah, I whooped his ass.
Who wants to be responsible for the 8-inch Undertaker?
Oh,
We've already-
he'll hang out on Tincture. So
Okay.
keep her
Oh.
safe and you keep him safe. One question for Nika. Did you finish that token that you were doing?
The ones I emailed to you,
Oh, you
half an
emailed
hour
it to me.
ago? 40 minutes ago?
Email
This
is
email.
How else
The
would
one
I
Email
way-
have
is so
sent
last
them?
century.
That is how I
Jeez.
send all of these files, is via email. I sent them
You
while
have
you were
Discord.
on the pooper.
Anyway,
Yeah, that explains it. Sorry. Oh, and this is the new token for Snicksnack, so that it matches the rest of the tokens and isn't going to be a square.
Eventually, they will all match. One day.
Snicksnack is very small, but not as small as the Riverman. Wait, who's bigger? Is it Krieg or Snicksnack?
How tall are you, Snicksnack?
Let me check what I put down real quick. $3'8", 8 inches.
He's taller by 2 inches.
Nice.
So I'm 3'6"
I would love to send my messages my files by messenger pigeon. There's a story that somebody in Africa did that to test out internet speeds and show how bad they are. And
Believe it.
the carrier pigeon beat the upload. Anyway, so we're gonna go down in the hole now. Does everybody feel like they have? Because whatever you said you had right and before this is what you have. Unless somebody plays a card, then it magically shows up in your inventory, and you've always had it.
I have one thing I want to ask about.
Yeah.
Life vests.
Life vests seems like a smart idea. Yes.
So
Those are things we can have.
Yeah, you can totally add life vest to your thing.
I'm also going
I
to
may-
add rope.
Rope is also a fine thing to take.
I'm also grabbing a lantern. Because now we're being overly semantic.
Semantics.
Also makes sense. So, and Tincture just looks at the rest of the crew who is standing around with a very large box. Like everybody that's not going down the hole, you are sitting next to literally a giant box. It looks like it's from IKEA. What is in that box is a radio tower that you have to assemble.
Oh no.
And it's absolutely gargantuan. You were given you have a packet of instructions. I hope you hold on to that. And Tincture just looks at all you. It's like, yeah, you guys can set that up like down there. You'll see it. It's the spot with all the flowers. That's where we've all agreed that you can set that up. I hope you have a wonderful time doing it, and I hope we come back. No one else ever has, but hey, I'm special. Tincture's a very confident otter woman that don't need no man, except for a little 8-inch like Oni. She likes him.
Also, I mean, she's an otter, so if should the raft break, she should be fine.
You would think that, but she, from her saying that, you divine that she does not think that this is safe for her. Like, other otter people have gone down this hole, they have not come back.
What could possibly go wrong?
Well, this is assuming any of us survive.
This is
That will
assuming
be
any of
fine.
you survive.
Yes.
Be
If
fine.
any of us survive, she's probably more likely than some of the other rest of us.
So, you guys go down the hole, and actually, let me just... This is where she tells you can set up the radio tower. You might notice it's a little overgrown. It's also incredibly hilly and full of rocks. Not an ideal place to build anything.
Huh.
So this is the part where the engineering team gets to figure out how we're building this tower here and use their abilities to clear the land and then build tower.
Have fun, engineering team.
Right, that'll be fun. That'll be fine. Nothing will go wrong there.
I suddenly feel like we have the easy job.
I've planned for this.
And this is, as you're being lowered, this is what you see. And this river is running fast. It's a very fast river. It seems incredibly dangerous. It does seem like it can, unless you guys have any abilities that you would like to use.
I do have one.
All right.
It's called Navigate. It costs 0 AP. And it says you feel the land in your bones. You cannot get lost in the wilderness unless magic is inhibiting you. That is what I would like to use.
Okay. Let me ask you a question then.
Okay.
You get to decide, are you trying to paddle upstream or are you just going to run it downstream? Either way is fine.
Let's go downstream for now,
All right.
because that'll be easier.
All right, so you know where you are going. But does anybody know how to ride the rapids? Or anybody have any abilities that would help them?
I can fight the raft.
You can fight a raft? Yeah, that sounds great.
I don't have
I could use freeze to,
You would not be able to freeze this water the way you froze the other water. This water, the second it turned to ice, it would be gone down the river. you have not yet unlatched the raft from the crane, so you're still like dangling over the water as you're watching these rapids underneath you.
I was thinking of like maybe building like a protective ring of ice around the raft. So if we bump into stuff, that'll take the brunt of the damage and not the raft itself.
Okay,
Give
that
it
makes sense.
guardrails.
Give us a little more wiggle room.
So who wants to make the departing like roll to see how well this thing gets into the water?
I'll do it.
I'll need to
11. So
use-
it's success. Just normal success. Everything's good. You land in the water. It's moving at a pretty decent speed. Like you start moving and it's dark as shit down here.
Question.
Yep.
For freeze, I can either use a 0 or 2 AP version of it. For this, I'm assuming I need to use the 2.
Yeah, you would need to use the 2 if you actually wanted to make a difference
Okay.
about the
Okay.
Cole played a boon, by the way.
Taking those 2 AP out.
Okay, yeah, so anytime you guys make a study roll or like a roll that's based on like how smart you are, not like how strong you are, you will get a bonus to it.
Awesome.
You
Like
said
in-
it's very, very dark, correct? Sorry.
It's very dark, but like you do see as it's like going like over here, this is actually light coming from up ahead. Like you see all these fireflies and stuff, and those are cool and pretty, and it's just like, oh neat. There are definitely bugs down here. But and you see light coming from up ahead.
How big is the tunnel? Is it like big enough for people to stand up in, or is everybody kind of?
Yeah, you guys can all stand above you. Go ahead and make me a roll. It's basically a perception check to
Okay.
study the area around you. That's a 5, but it goes up to tough choice because of the boon. You get the next step up, so now it's tough choice. Your tough choice is okay. So you can stand like when you're looking around, you get the impression that you can totally stand up, no problem. And like you go to like look at the ceiling, and you get clocked in the face with it by a stalactite.
I think Kai is about
Cole.
to play a card. I think that was what
Yeah.
they just said.
Oop.
Is about to.
No, reroll. You can get to reroll it. One
Okay.
more roll, Toast. And that's an
That's
18,
better.
but with the boon, it's a triumph. So, like, perfect success. Like, it'll take the 18 all the way to a 20. So, here's what you see. The ceiling is dripping water down. Like, it's a constant, like, moisture going on. You dodge all the stalactites. You see them, but, like, now you give everybody heads up. Hey, watch the
Careful.
shadows.
Watch over there.
So now everybody's protected from the stalactites because you warned them. Stalactites stick tightly to the ground. Stalagmites might fall on you. Stalagmites. You're dodging stalagmites.
Okay. I find it funny that the
Stalactites.
smallest person
They're-
here can see everything.
They're coming down or they're coming up?
Coming down. Other way
Stalactites.
around? Thank you. Stalactites. I was right the first time, but then I felt dumb.
You're fine.
So, all that warning, and again, there's plenty of space. Like, were you the one that brought the lantern?
I was not.
Talented.
Oh, Talon brought the lantern. But in the light of the lantern and with the fireflies, this place is immense. It's absolutely huge. And I'm just gonna say it right now. You brought the rift sealing kit. Nobody brought the rift detector.
Nope. I didn't think to bring that.
Well, crap.
Fantastic science team.
Get
Fantastic.
fucked.
Wouldn't that be in the science bag that Corzipa gave us?
Let's go back and review what Karaka gave you. Finishes packing all the supplies it thinks the group will need for the day, including tons of vials, some paper bags, some large containers, and some measuring equipment.
Okay. So normal science stuff, not
No.
fantasy science stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
but this is fun.
This will be
So-
fun.
So I've got nothing
Well-
special to tell you. Even with your 20, I have nothing special to tell you what's going on.
I just can picture the bug on the ship screaming.
There's
Yeah.
one surefire way to detect a rift, and that's to get sucked into it.
I'd rather not.
That went so well last time.
Isn't there stuff always around a rift, like the mushrooms or flowers or something?
There are often mushrooms around the a rift if possible to grow there.
There's something.
There's also a lot of water.
That's true. There is a lot of water.
Whee! I am going to let's see. You think a detective would be measuring equipment? Okay. Somebody give me a coin flip. Roll me a 1d2. One is heads,
Wait,
and you
I have
do.
nice coins.
I heard he has a Bitcoin.
Right, collect coins. Sorry.
Okay, we'll let Talon flip a 1d2.
Yeah. Okay. You can flip a 1d2, but I'm not gonna say which one is which.
Sounds reasonable.
Oh god. We're gonna die.
Did you flip heads or tails?
Yeah, let's just say heads.
There we go. Tails, you do not.
Fuck.
Oh well.
In all the packing, they just pulled it out. They're like, "This isn't measuring equipment," and they set it down somewhere. Like, you get that
We need
really
to
good
reorganize
scene.
this box.
I think there was a really good scene in like The Simpsons years ago where like Bart didn't wear his underwear, and it zoomed like way into it because like he wasn't wearing it. It was left on his bed, and that's exactly what's happening with this fucking rift detector. Like it's just sitting on the ship, and we zoom into it like 3 times, just so we all know we don't have it. But we tried
We tried so hard.
and got so far. Rest in peace, Chester. Anyway, so we're running down the river now, and you're safe from stalactites and stalagmites and all stalags because of the delightful perception check. Real quick, we're gonna go back up to the surface. So, surface team, how goes the setting up of the tower? Do you have a cart? And you asked if it has wheels. I would assume you have a cart, yeah. And if you don't, one of the nomads would definitely give you a cart to like move your stuff here. So you're here, and everybody just think about that for a moment. Like look at your abilities, think about how you're gonna do it, and when we come back, we will be building it. So I'm just gonna say, as you guys are going down this dark corridor with the fireflies, and again, Tincture is very impressed by the fact that fireflies are down here. There's also, you do not detect any like wind exactly, but the air down here is way fresher than you would expect it to be in a cave. Like you feel the air moving because you're going very fast down this river, but the air is quite fresh. I'm gonna add that to the 20 that you got earlier is how it did it. And because I want to get to the boon section, the section you can use that boon, I'm just gonna move us down here and not make you make any more rolls. Alright. Here, you are very, very small on this map. Very, very tiny. This opens up into bright as day sunlight. When you look up, it looks like it's a sunny sky. No more roof of a cave. Just the water is still moving incredibly fast. I don't have the waves on every section of this because like it looked really gross. So I got rid of it. But this is where you have ended up. And you can see all of this because it is bright as day. It might be a little bit too bright, especially after you came out of that cave.
Yeah.
But like you guys were just above ground a couple hours ago. I'd say you rode hours down the river. But so now like you're able to pick where you go, and where you land is fine. You don't have to make a roll for that. But anytime you want to go from one of these things to another, you're gonna have to make a roll because that's how fast and dangerous this water is.
That tree looks like it's in the middle of water.
Oh, that tree is actually floating, and also you're not 100% sure if it's there. Like you can, like there's birds flying around it, and you can see through it you can see the birds flying in complete circles.
So it's kind of got that ghostly.
It looks like a ghost of a tree, honestly.
Okay. See through. That's
kinda-
what I wanted.
I kind of want to tell something, but I'm not sure. It's Knick-Knack. Okay, I'll do it. Knick-Knack wants to fire a scintillate at one of the birds.
Wants to fire a scintillate. You extend your fire. All right, go for it. This is you're quite a distance out, but yeah. Go ahead and roll me a 20 setter. Go.
Nice.
17, yep. And that doesn't get boosted, but because it's not scientific. But yeah, you blast one of the birds out of the air. Okay.
That's real.
It falls and lands in the water. It's way off. It's gonna be like rushed down the river.
Oh,
But a
it's
thing you
gone
do
now.
notice, a thing you do notice is it fell with a force that belies its size. Like it fell like a gargoyle. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Gravity might be weird here then.
Is it
Or the bird is
gravity,
very
or is it
heavy.
the weight of the bird.
True.
Both could be a thing that.
Next question
bird
is
is
where do we want to go first?
I would say we
A-
go up towards the ship.
A question in the bank that we could ask. We could ask what the most important thing to investigate would be.
We could.
It's true. Is everybody okay with that?
Sounds good to me.
Before you ask that question, you have to define important.
That's true. Important would be we're trying to find out why the items are being thrown down or where they're going.
Okay, yeah. Oh, go,
Also,
sorry.
kind of want to know, why nobody has ever come back.
Okay, that's two different questions.
That is certainly two different questions.
Yeah. Like to me, that's the more important thing to find out about this hole, because if we don't know that, how the hell are we gonna get out?
I guess I could answer. Well, I don't know. When you look at it, you could tell you. So, do you want to find about human life, or do we want to find about items? I guess is the question.
I mean, I suspect that whatever happened to the people down here might be what also happens to the items.
It's true. So let's go with the. So how are we gonna word it though? Because I'm sure that's important as well.
I'm not gonna worry about the wording. I'm not gonna be like, get on you for semantics. But like, is it the items you were asking about? Like, where do the items go, or like, why are the items thrown down here?
I think we want to go with how come no one's ever come back.
Okay,
Anything.
is that what we got? All right. So
If
that
no
is
one has any objections, of course.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to put the question out there because that's kind of what I was wondering, but I didn't want to make the decision for everybody.
Right. Yeah, I will. That answer is actually pretty simple. Rifts and incredibly dangerous waters. Like this water will eventually kick out into the ocean, but it kicks out into the ocean so far. Like you're gonna have to submerge yourselves for a little bit to get out, which it's safe enough for you because you're trained divers at this point. You guys will be able to do it. Normal people can't survive that, and plus, normal people once they like pop out of the ocean have no way of getting back. And a little bonus thing. The ceiling is a rift.
Oh,
The entire ceiling.
Yeah, the entire like what you're looking at is another world. You're looking at a world so close, and so like the rift the rift has no in between. Like you know how they went through the in between in the second game. There is no in between here. It's just the ceiling and the roof, and then the light from the other world. And as long as the ceiling stays wet, like it's a portal to another world.
So this would be the biggest rift we've ever seen. Probably.
No, not true. The entire swamp.
Oh, okay.
That was all one rift as well. It was a very thin rift where only sound could come through. This is the biggest rift that you've ever seen that lets light through.
So this is the biggest rift in like scope of the power of the rift itself, as opposed to the size.
Yes, probably.
Okay.
Until somebody plays that make a rift card and it gets real bad.
I don't know if we can seal this thing.
Oh, your characters don't know that.
Yeah.
We know it.
Oh, okay.
You know it. Because that's a meta card.
Okay.
I am not talking to your characters. I am talking to you. That's how that card works.
So next question is, where do you want to go? We have various inlets, or they're not islands per se.
I say we investigate the very, very important looking series of broken ships.
Oh, so we're trying to land down here?
I would say closer, but sure.
You mean here?
Like there, logically, by my military sense, it makes the most sense to land there.
Okay. Does anything happen when we pass by the ghost tree?
The birds have scattered quite a bit, and the closer you get to them, the more they seem like they might be made of, they almost seem like they're salt. They're like crystalline birds. And they are not happy. They
I was
are...
gonna say, do you want to try again, stick and snack, now that we're closer?
They are squawking like seagulls.
Salt wolves?
Or
Salt
did you
ghost.
want to...
Sure,
Heads up, I'm gonna
sure, I
roll
can share one.
for character
I
real
want
quick.
to eat one.
Okay. So before we pass by the tree, would you like to try and eat one?
Sure, sounds good to me. And he's going to fire another bolt once he gets close enough.
Alright.
Managed to get this. I'm going to request one of those feathers just to see if it's. Well, never mind.
Oh, I love it.
Bobby.
I love it. I love it. Alright, give it a second.
While that one's marinating, I need to do a roll for Karika, who's investigating the plantation, like the plants and whatnot.
Okay, yeah,
at the
makes
source.
perfect
It's either special or valuable or anything, but I forgot how to roll. Is it a slash or an exclamation point?
Slash R. And then
Space.
whatever dice you want.
Okay.
Nice
15.
color.
So the plants are nothing really special. Like a lot of them do have a very vibrant pink hue, and you can tell that some of these plants. Let me go back to that page real quick because I'm answering questions. Like particularly the ones like in the bushes here, I'm clicking on, and like the ones with the pink caps. A lot of those ones seem like they have been nibbled on, and like
Cool.
something has been coming through eating them. Hummus was just fed and he got very excited. Like, so something definitely comes and it eats from here. So, like, the plants are probably safe to eat. Yeah, you guys can get the boon. Like, oh yeah, the science boon. Yeah, so that'll take that up to a 20. I will give you exactly what this. When you're investigating the plants, you look down and you see like what looks like pads from like webbed feet, large webbed feet.
Oh no.
Something comes here to eat, like a group of something, like a large number. And let's see, nobody changed that one, so Nyx won with that.
I could make it reroll, but I'm curious what's going to happen.
The card says catastrophe.
That's correct.
The seagulls begin dive bombing you. They
Super unhappy.
Have you ever seen what happens with those like condensed salt, like the sodium chloride or whatever it's called?
Oh crap!
Like you are literally getting dive bombed
By salt birds.
by salt birds. I'm gonna need.
So they're assaulting us?
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
So it's probably a good idea you didn't get to eat one, because now we know they are made of sodium chloride. But I will need a roll to like see if you guys can get away from this.
I say snick snack rolls. Since you got
I
us into
agree.
this.
Yeah, sounds good.
Please don't roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, 11. 11 is a success. You get away unharmed, like you don't lose any of your materials, but you do land on this island. And you land here instead of where you were trying to. And Tincture and the Riverman just are shaking their heads at Snick Snack. As like the rest of the birds that have not like killed themselves, like return to floating into the ghostly tree.
It's like, damn, I could have really used some of that salt.
Do you want that heavy assault, though?
I mean, it would last a long time.
Yeah, I can do a lot of things with salt.
Yeah, salt's an important ingredient.
Well, I'm sure we'll have a chance to go past it again if you really must need it.
The
I
Tincture
don't
and
know
the
that I need
Riverman.
that.
Let's put tokens down. Let's show where everybody is.
So,
Tincture is not that big. You might want to zoom in. You go, because it's gonna
Oh,
be.
that was out.
while we are getting tokens out, can I pick up Snick Snack and just tell him no more shooting? Then set him back down.
You have been warned, sir, and or madam. Snick-snack gets the what's the word I'm looking for? Status condition of warned.
Oh,
Scolded.
I would, since we're near some flowers, I would like to investigate these flowers to see if I can tell if they're native or just what or edible.
The Riverman is now at his full size, like he's his 20-foot version of himself. And I believe if we just click and drag you guys, yeah.
And he does it look like he can reach this tree?
He cannot. No, it's way more than 20 feet out there.
Okay.
He does dip his toes in the water and realizes that doesn't work. Like this water is deeper than him.
Ooh, that's
So now you know this water is deeper than 20 feet.
So is it just like an immediate drop off?
It feels like that. Like it's not like there is no. Yeah, there's no like slow incline. Like he puts his foot in the water, then the other, and then he like hangs by his arms and his head underwater, and he's like gets back up and just shakes his head no.
I'm gonna grab some of snip some local to our area plants and stuff to sample to for study later.
every kind or just one?
And just a little bit of whatever's nearby, just to be like, for like also like see if I can recognize what plants are nearby.
Okay, so this is actually a part that I've been looking forward to a bit. So what you're gonna do is tell me what it looks like, or like what you think it looks like. It doesn't have to be represented 1-to-1 in the world. Like this map is just generic. I put things like wherever. So you tell me what you like. You roll a die and tell me what you find, and then tell me something about it.
Find a plant that looks an awful lot like an arm with really long fingers, but each finger ends in a rancid smelling purple flower.
That's awful. Roll me a 20-sided.
Fucking gross.
And what was
Roll me a fucking 20-sided for your stinky finger. Yeah, okay, what you do find, and like, you were correct upon when you first noticed it. It is, in fact, a flower. It is non-hostile to you. It just smells really bad. I assume it's actually like a Venus flytrap situation.
Yeah,
Probably why it
probably.
smells. Does a grab thing with its hand. Are you gonna send this back?
Do I recognize it?
You do not recognize it. It's complete. This one is completely foreign to you. And the smell might not be bad to everyone. I'm gonna think that Snicksnack probably enjoys the smell. Like, maybe a little bit hungry.
Okay, yeah, Snicksnack's gonna try to grab one and nibble on it.
For sure.
I will send back one that he hasn't.
Alright. So,
Suddenly
quick.
sticky finger plants.
we can make a pile of these real quick.
Yeah.
Let's just 1 second. Let's hop back to the other game real quick because there's a lot of stuff about people, and there's a thing that I want to do that is hilarious to me. So, as the crew is, I'm assuming like dead centers where you guys are trying to like build this thing, like trying to like look at how you're gonna clear out the plants and stuff. I would like to introduce you to Bobert
Hello.
Summers. Bobert Summers shows up, and he's just like, "What are you doing on my land? What's going on here?" It's like, "What's with the box? Who are all you? What's with the cart? This is my food. What do you think you're doing?" Bobert is a, imagine if a real estate agent was also a flamingo. And that's where you would end up with Bobert. So he is accusing everybody of, like, you know, getting on his land.
Trespassing, normal mischief.
You know, it's just like everybody has been given, the crew has been given permission by, what do you
Sure
already
that-
know about?
Nomad
God.
leader.
Is it like by Pastura that has given us?
Yeah,
Wait, Pastura?
it was given by Tincture. You're on the continent of Pastura, and with like the permission from King Reedy, which you already had, and now you have permission from the Nomads, which was given to you by Tincture. You have permission to put this tower up. And as far as everybody's concerned, that is enough permission. But anyway, let's go back to plants. So what's everybody else doing? We got Snicksnack tasting vile flowers. We have Tengu or Gemini like studying the stink figures. What is Krieg and Corzipa up to?
Of course, we'll kind of like walk down a ways and just like make sure that the security is secure.
While he's investigating plants, I guess we can investigate rocks or dirt, I suppose. Grab some soil samples, just in case. Put them in a bottle. Get them ready for transport.
Oh, I see a llama.
Oh, hey, Ron Guard. How's it going?
I gotta put raw guard on this for toast. There we go. Now it should be able to be controlled.
Oh,
It's really funny to find that I just type llama in all the time. I don't have it saved or anything. I just always have to type in llama.
So, is the llama a replacement for Sergeant Squishy
God,
as
no.
a mount?
as a temporary companion, I think, is
Yes.
how it's being done. So, all right, so searching for dirt. Go ahead and just securing the area, searching for dirt. Both of you need to give me a 20-sider for like the securing the area and the securing the dirt. Everybody's gonna roll so many dice today.
If this goes with the usual luck of anyone's security, this has been terrible. Hey!
13's a success. As you go around, you're keeping an eye on the birds because the birds are like your inherent threat right now. And good, that's another 20 for the dirt. As you're like going around, you see
Talon.
What's
Talon,
that?
What are you doing?
Alan.
Talon.
What am I doing? Oh, Talon. Oh. Oh. That's real fun. What
That's
can
how
go?
it's gonna be,
What can go infinitely wrong? Digging in the dirt.
Depends on how close the dirt is to the sides.
I got an idea.
What?
All right, so the security roll was the first one. Let me finish that one real quick, and then we'll get back to this hilarious failure at digging.
I'm way too petty.
Also,
So-
Zach just played a card as well.
Oh.
The
What was that card?
Stranger Arrives card.
Oh, fuck me. All right, okay.
This is a craft an NPC to be added to the world card. So.
Oh yeah.
Could be good or bad.
Do you add an NPC to the world? Alright, so first, your security works out just fine. You do see signs of life. Like there are definitely tracks, and there are tracks from horses, or at least you would think that they're horses, but some of these are incredibly small. Like Indian in the cupboard small. You know what I'm talking about? Anybody
Oh,
know?
dang, that is tiny.
Itty bitty.
Absolutely small, like, and just a lot of this land shows that kind of thing. The only birds that you see right now are those salt birds, but you're keeping an eye on them, and they seem to be keeping their distance. Like they've warned you, you're staying away. And so the security is fine. If anything attacks you, you would get plenty of warning. What you don't have warning about is when Krieg like sticks his like little shovel into the dirt to like collect a sample, and half of the land does break off. Like super fragile. It's almost brittle, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like so parts of this island are shattering off. Krieg, you're gonna have to make me a roll to see if you manage to not fall in the water. Like what happens basically. Oh, is that your 17 there? No, that got turned
one
into a
that got
1.
ruined, so I
Yep.
roll one more time.
Okay, so you do not fall into the ocean and into this water, but you do see like where you were finding specks of some kind of like metallic, like maybe some kind of ore in that dirt, and you thought it was just fascinating. It was very cool, like it was opalescent metal.
Ooh, fancy.
But then the ground started breaking and you had to jump back, so you lost like the jar and the shovel that you were gonna like use, and you see it just get sucked into this like whirlpool here. The entire ground just gets sucked into it. So from that red point on, that's just not there anymore.
Okay. Is the water come up to cover that part yet, or can I still
Yeah.
see?
The water fills in real quick. And like, yeah, the ground was trying to sink, but like that whirlpool was so strong that it pulled it right in, like vacuumed it in there.
Okay. Well, that was dangerous.
It seemed incredibly dangerous. Maybe don't dig. I don't know. Not well on this particular part, at least. We've learned that.
We'll try that somewhere else. We don't die.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna Zach, as you do the research for these flowers and you like pull them out by the roots, you notice the roots are not very like deep. They're not deep at all. They're just very, very wide. Like basically anything down here you can grab and just pull out because the roots are not very strong. Which makes sense because there's not a lot of wind here.
Yeah. And, also the ground is super fragile.
Super fragile.
Maybe doesn't want to dig in too much or else it would, tear everything apart.
Lord also used the NPC card to summon a Lockstitch real estate lawyer that is a Python Lamia. Heads up.
So there's
What?
2 new NPCs now.
Okay, Zach, you gotta tell me what your NPC is.
Oh, I have to. I was thinking somebody comes, up and starts kind of like maybe one of the people that had previously come down here had just kind of made a living stuck on this section of the ground and it's like, oh my god, people are finally here to save me.
Okay, I mean, I'm gonna like cheat a little bit. It is a stranger because you've only met them once, but it is like it's not a brand new character.
Too, honestly.
Yeah.
That's like my first thought.
Like, all right, so let me do 2 things. First, all right, let's go back over to Bobert so you get to see the magic that is gonna be the fucking. Oh no, I bought those ones. They don't count. Turns out if you let your roll 20 lapse even for like a day, it takes a million years for things to figure out. It's just like, oh, you own this stuff. I do. I paid for it. No, that's not it. That's not it. It's the perfect one, and I have to find it. Okay, I found it. All right. So.
I like it.
Well, I don't think that's exactly what I was picturing.
And he looks more like a dragon instead of a python, but I like it.
I like it though.
I've seen him somewhere before.
You definitely have. All right, so that's your
Lockstitch
attorney.
real estate lawyer.
So, and the 2 people happen at the same time. So you see, too many lists. These cards make things very difficult, but in a good way. But very difficult.
Very difficult.
All right. So let me introduce you back to Timothy the Mirror Mage.
Oh, that was not who I was expecting, actually. I was expecting you to use Laurel.
That's really crazy that you say that, because he's traveling with Laurel.
Can you, reverse
Yeah.
that, just so that we know that that's, dark Joaquin? Oh, wait, can you add, a color thing to it? You can, right?
I can, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was Laurel again?
Laurel, nobody got the name. We know that the name's Laurel, but because I said it. Laurel's kind of green.
Isn't he the first NPC that showed up when Squishy disappeared?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Laurel is a she. She looks almost identical to Joaquin's character. And the clothes that they are wearing are Joaquin's clothes because they stole them and left with them.
Right.
So they're out there posing as, a member of the Lockstitch Academy.
That doesn't sound good.
but I'm not sure how many of you can. No, Krieg would know of them, so we're good. Krieg actually and Corzipa both have met both of these characters. They were there.
I was there for the first time.
Oh, hey, Joaquin, I didn't know you were on this mission too.
That's not
Where'd you come
Joaquin.
Yeah, that's not Joaquin.
Oh. Hello, not
And-
Joaquin.
Joaquin's just, and Laurel's just like, we were not expecting visitors. Ever.
Neither were we.
How long have you two been down here?
Maybe a week. You do not see a boat near them. But,
Sorry.
you see Timothy there. Timothy is not talking to you, and he's not paying attention to you either. Like, you see him with a bunch of what looks like old radio equipment to us, but like it's actually like pristine condition and stuff. He is like dialing in waves and stuff. He's just like, I don't need these distractions.
How'd
And,
you
like-
get stuck down here?
And he's just like, I'm not stuck. Wait, are you stuck?
No.
And well, it was just like, you got to learn how to travel, people. Me and Timothy, just doing a little science. Nothing. No need to worry your pretty little suits about. And she looks all of you up and down at your uniforms.
Just gonna narrow my eyes.
Are you a new recruit? I don't remember meeting you. You look an awful lot like Joaquin. Are you related?
Not that I'm aware of.
No?
We never settled on whether they're related, but definitely from the same world.
The Volatile Twinks?
I think that's how I was sold on that world.
So, what brings you around down here? We're also doing science, so maybe we can compare notes and, figure out what's what a little faster.
Oh, sorry, I was reading through the chat for a second to figure out like if anything was
She
happening.
totally did.
Can you roll me, Mika, can you roll me a 20-sider to figure out how the arguments between the lawyer and the real estate agent are going?
Poor.
Mm.
It doesn't look well. Like, Bobert, despite being, like, Bobert's not this big. Everybody, like, the dragon is definitely that big, but Bobert's very small. He's just Flamingo size. You know how Wishbone was just a dog wearing
Mhm.
clothes? Bobert is just a flamingo wearing ties.
Nope. Make it a 20, I think. It is nope. Bobert is losing.
Ooh,
Wait,
trying.
Bobert is losing. Okay, that's right. You weren't rolling to defend Bobert. You were rolling against Bobert. Like, yeah. So the dragon lands out of lays down his papers and briefcase, opens it up, flips through all of this. Just like they have every right to do it. They're not gonna with a 20. With a mixed success, I was going to say that you don't have the right to destroy certain plants, but you got a 20, so you have every right to do whatever you want. So you could bulldoze this entire area. Like, this is your land now. This land is basically owned by the Lockstitch Academy. And your dragon attorney will be placed here indefinitely to protect the interests of the Lockstitch Academy.
Just pulls out a bunch of legal papers saying, well, actually, I
Yeah,
am in the right
it act-
here. You are
They
in the
all
wrong.
just say-
Spectacles on.
Like, when you
Pulls them out of
read
his
it,
pocket.
for some reason, it's some kind of magic of these legal documents. You actually feel yourself pushing your glasses up your nose, and you say, well, actually. It's very strange. Magic papers. But anyway, yeah, you guys have every right to do what you're doing. And that was a very quick way of getting Robert out of this fucking story, I guess. Sorry you had to draw this flamingo in so many ties. We'll meet again, Bobert. Bobert will have his own NPC card that somebody can make it. We can make a game out of. Anyway. So, Alright, so you guys are studying, they are studying. They do not seem to want to, like, share information with you. And, like, Timothy's back is to you, and Laurel is staring at you and is facing you, but she also has... She clearly has weapons on her as well. And she doesn't look like she wants you to get any closer to her or what Timothy are working on.
He is wearing the uniform, though, correct?
Yeah, she's wearing the Lockstitch uniform, but it is a little, like, beat up.
Yeah.
Like, she's not wearing, like, a badge or anything. She's not wearing, like... She's wearing the same cut as you. She's not wearing, like, the markers that say, this is where I'm from.
Can I have my llama stealthily... Well, can I talk to the llama stealthily to have it wander over there? It's like, hey, I want you to wander over there to where they're at.
Yeah,
No,
You want
sure.
your llama, your like llama elephant taper thing to stealthily?
No, I want to talk to it stealthily and then have it wander normally.
Now, Joaquin is in an officer uniform, correct?
Everybody's uniform is kind of their own.
Oh,
So, Joaquin's uniform is far more posh than everybody else's is. But, like, everybody can have a fancy uniform. Like, take for example, Corzipa's uniform is basically the opposite, even though they're both the same rank.
I think Gemini is just not getting that she's not actually part of the crew, and it's just like constantly pestering. It's like, so are you a new recruit, or like I haven't really seen you around before? I mean, you're wearing a uniform, so you got to be one of us. So what's up?
And, like, Laurel just literally pulls out a glass of wine out of nowhere. Just shakes her head and takes, like, a long sip.
Because you see, we're on a science mission, so we should be working together. We're both doing science stuff.
Yes, but you have your hands in dirt.
Oh, not just dirt. I mean, look at these stinky finger flower things. And I kind of like pull one, like put it right towards her nose, and it smells awful.
Speaking of which, is Nick that conscious after nibbling on one of those?
Oh, yes. It was disgusting. Smelled amazing, but it took you all of this conversation for you to be able to, like, peel it off the inside of your mouth. That's how sticky it was.
Okay.
It's just like, It tastes awful and feels like you ate one of those sticky rat traps.
Yeah, he definitely spit that out.
It just took a very long time to spit it out.
On a side note, kind of going back a little bit, when that land broke off, it just went into that whirlpool and just disappeared.
It landed in the whirlpool, and roll me a study. Just go ahead and roll me a check, and like we'll bump it up to the next level. Good thing, because that's still a failure, but not a catastrophe.
Oh, I'm so tempted.
They said it went up to the next level, though, right? With that boom.
Oh yeah, it does go up to the next level. Sorry, I thought 1 and 2 were catastrophes. So tough choice. Right, here's a tough choice. You, while trying to like look out and study what happened to it, you can figure out exactly what happened to it, but you're gonna fall in the water. Or alternatively, like you're gonna try to like peek out there with your hand, like doing the visor thing, but then catch yourself from falling. So you can either fall and learn, or stay dry and not learn.
Well, if I do the not learn, does the idea I have, can I still try that, or?
What's your idea?
Yeah. What's the idea?
Basically, I want to, I forget his name, the blue guy. I want him to poke his head into the water and use magic trick to throw a couple sparks down into the water to give him some light.
You can actually see pretty deep in the water, with the waves and stuff. You can totally do that. You still are gonna be falling in the water, or like, you still have to make the choice. Like, he'll do this with you. Like, he'll help you out.
Okay, I'll fall into the water then.
Okay. So you have fallen into the water, and everybody sees it. What you did see is like that part of the land getting caught in the whirlpool, and then slamming on to the ground that's out there, that stalagmite, and like it's just getting like pressured into it. And then you realize those stalagmites are just part of like whatever falls in the water gets sucked into like those currents, and then they become bigger and bigger. So like they're building up that way. So if you destroyed all of this land, it would eventually become just a really big one of those. But now you're in the water. You all see Snicksnack fall in the water.
What is the big guy called again?
The Riverman.
I'm gonna ask the Riverman to grab the end of my tail. I'm gonna jump in after Snicksnack.
Oh, this will be delightful. Let's see that roll.
Oh, I forgot about rolling. Shit. Toast, fuck you.
Gotta help.
Not a shit as I thought it would be.
Sorry.
So, an 8 is a tough choice. Anacondas can't grow their tail back, right?
Oh, no!
We don't think Lamias can grow their tail back, do we?
Not that I'm
No.
aware of. That's like only lizards, or
It's only some breeds of lizards, and they can only do it once.
Now, let's talk about lizards. Is... Oh,
Except made it a
No.
1.
Catastrophe Sept made it a 1. We're gonna say that,
Oh god.
yeah, you jump out there, like you are dead set on it. Riverman reaches out and grabs your tail. You forgot you're in the middle of your molting?
Actually, that's true. I am in molting shit.
So, he's just holding a sack of your skin. Just a tail skin sack. We'll add that to everybody's inventory.
It's a giant snake skin condom, is that what you're saying right now?
Giant snake skin condom. That's what we've got. And now...
I mean, the Riverman could probably use it.
Oh, that's just nasty. So, goodbye.
I could run over and like
Hi.
try to use my pole to have them grab on.
You could definitely make a roll for
I
that.
have a
It's gonna
sneaking
be
suspicion this is gonna be a fucking Twilark situation all over again.
this is gonna be very hard. Like, you can try, and if you have any abilities to help you out, I recommend using them. But this is a tricky one.
I personally do not.
Because a failure got him into the mixed success got him into the water, and then a failure got them really like out there.
I'm just gonna let
I could
everyone die from
use-
now on.
Command nature to have a bunch of vines grow from some of the plants nearby to kind of grow out into the water really quick.
Here, I mean, you could definitely try that.
Try
It's
to tingle
going
them
to
up.
be like it's going to be hard because you already know, and because you know that they don't have deep roots is the real problem.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking like that's something I could grab onto. Try to
Yeah, I mean, you could
have
definitely
everybody-
spend that.
Yeah.
Spend that AP and then also like make a roll and we'll see how it goes.
So you want me to use the AP version?
Yeah, and like
That's if you want to deal damage.
Oh yeah, for example.
First one doesn't deal any damage.
Okay, yeah, the first one you are able to make vines expand and seeds to sprout, but that's not gonna help you really. Like you're gonna have to like make those thorns grow so they can grab. Like this could actually hurt them to save them, but it's the only way you can think of doing it.
Okay, I assume I need to roll for this.
Oh yeah, definitely. And if you roll a 1, it'll be great.
19.
19's really good though. So yeah, you've managed to stop them. You guys are no longer like sailing away. Like you are holding on to it, not out of the woods, but you are better than you were a moment ago. I'm gonna say because you got the ferryman. The ferryman just comes. Not ferryman. The riverman comes over and just starts pulling you guys back in. I just need one of you to make a roll to hold on. See if you can hold on to it, either Corzipa or Snicksnack. I'll consider it a roll for both of you, unless you both want to make individual rolls. Then go for it.
Oh, I have to say a rhyme, I think.
Oh yeah, you do. You do have to give me a limerick.
A rhyming couplet.
Yeah, rhyming couplet. That's right. This one's not a limerick. And if it's terrible, and the chat votes that it's terrible, I'm taking the 19 away.
Oh shit.
Just extended silence while thinking up a rhyme.
We must need some weeds.
Yeah. All right. So just roll me that 120 sider, and then we're gonna get to the We're gonna go back to chat real quick.
Oh,
we're gonna go.
Roll another one.
Not you. Either Corzipa or Snicksnack.
Oh, I got
You want to do it?
Nine, you have a tough decision. All right. Karai, here's your tough decision. You can either hold on to this rope, or you can hold on to Corzipa. You can hold on to Corzipa, and then you two will both safely. Like, I will promise you this. This is the thing. You will end up safely on land. I'm not going to tell you where on land you're going to end up, but you'll be on land. Neither one of you will drown. Or you can let them go. You will get back on this island, but Corzipa will not.
Snicksnack is holding on to Corzipa for dear life.
All right. We will find out where you two end up in a moment. Oh, that 19 and that rhyme were meaningless.
Just out of curiosity, what portion of Corzipa are you hanging on to? I'm just curious.
Probably around the neck area, like kind of trying to cling to your back, kind of thing.
Oh, like you're getting like a piggyback ride, and you're the one that grabbed the vine.
Cobalt backpack.
Amazing.
Should have been the stronger one grabbing that vine. Oh, also take 2 HP damage as the thorns cut your palms as you let go. As you lose hold of it. I wasn't expecting anybody to take damage. And yet, here we are. Alright. So let's get back to the setting up of the engineering. Alright, so what are our plans? Sorry, I gotta read the chat, because now I gotta,
So, basically, Caustic is attempting to read the instructions, but not being an engineer. could be wrong.
That will
We don't have
that
any
will give
other-
her a lower effect.
We don't have any other engineers present because Leo is currently like playing their own tabletop game, so they're kind of only lurking in chat. And that is the only
so
engineer
great.
that's like around at the moment. Lord is currently clearing spots for like the bases of the tower to go.
Alright,
Digging
so
up
let's
and
do
transplanting flowers.
let's do a roll for reading instructions, and then a roll for how well the cleaning the flowers is going.
Alright, so this is for the instructions.
8. So we have a tough choice. The tough choice of reading the. Okay, here we go. You have 2 choices. The first choice is it's an incredibly super dry. You can barely keep your eyes open reading this thing because oh no, it's a failure. This is a failure because it's the lesser result because this is not your section of the ship. Here, like, tough choice gone. It's in a language you don't know.
I mean, Kosik already said that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
where Karaka's not a native speaker of the language. Outer made it a 20 though.
All right, so Outer made it a 20. You figured it out. It has you don't
pictographs,
understand this
you know,
language at
like-
all. It has amazing pictures though.
Yeah, that was for science, not for engineering, though.
Yeah, it is a science.
It's a research boon, not a.
I think
Well, I
it
guess
would
it
have
counts
counted,
as
but it
reading.
got
Might
it got
count,
made
but
like
it's
it would have
20
gotten
hours,
lowered and
but-
then put back up. What I was gonna do is it's either in a language you don't understand but has great pictures, or it's so densely packed with a language you do understand, you hate it.
Mm.
Those were going to be the 2 choices, but they worked. So yeah, you have it's really good. Like, you don't even need the words. It's just like, this is super simple. It's just IKEA. Everybody knows IKEA. It's fine. Maybe it's in Swedish. We don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
not,
speak
guess.
Swedish.
And then.
And
one for the
then
digging.
yeah, 1 for the cleaning space stuff.
19.
19, yeah, gets done. Just perfect, beautiful. I can't actually delete these things because they're all part of the map, and so yeah.
Just know that the ones you want gone are gone.
Yeah. Wherever you wanted to set up this tower, you can start setting up this tower. You have the instructions to do it, and now it just takes a couple engineering rolls to start putting it together and see how terrible it can go.
Mm.
Alright, so we're back here. Snicksnack is back on this land. I'm actually going to say Snicksnack land is next to Timothy. And Timothy does not seem happy about Snicksnack being near his equipment. He's just like, you're getting everything wet. You vile little creature. Timothy seems like he's having a day.
I'd like to point
Corzipa.
out that there's also a llama over there.
Oh yeah, the llama's definitely there too. And he didn't seem like he was paying attention to him. Corzipa's down here. Oh, I don't know if you can see that.
Wow.
Oop, there it is. Washed up, but safe enough. You didn't take damage. Only Snicksnack did.
Hey, I also got to get rid of my molts.
Yeah, right? You got your tail pulled clean straight off. Just sounds awful to me.
Wait, I thought I picked the one where I stuck with Quaspa.
Oh shit,
That's
you
true.
did. You did that.
You did.
Fuck. Alright. Alright, so forget what I said about Timothy. Nope, I was moving Timothy. Snicksnack, I made your token too small. Oh wait, no, you guys stuck together? Let me do it this way then. It's more fun. You get pulled under a little current, and this is how you learn that these things are actually just floating. They're not connected to the ground.
The stalagmites or whatever.
And now you are quite close to all of the boats.
It looked
Are
like
they
out where I
within-
wanted to go.
No, okay.
Are
that's-
they within yelling distance?
No, not without like a megaphone. And besides, the rushing river is really drowning out a lot of sound.
But we
Actually,
can see that they're safe.
Yeah, you can see them. They get up and start moving around. Take what I said about when I said Timothy said to Snicksnack and apply that to the llama. And it's just
Just
like
absent-mindedly eating things.
it's like, you vile creature. It's like, away with you.
Rude. I'm gonna run over to my llama and be like, hey, don't be rude. It doesn't know any better.
Timothy stands to his full height. And which Timothy's a tall guy. I think I decided like 6'3". And he's wearing, again, very nice 3-piece suit. It has stars and moons, like the robes from Fantasia, but imagine those as like a 3-piece suit.
Mm-hmm.
His mask is made of different faceted mirrors. And he just he looks down at you and he's just like, I have important research to do. I have no time to play with pets and animals and just go.
What kind of research are you doing, though?
And he looks up at you. It's just like, the Lockstitch Academy had no interest in my research. I have no interest in helping the Lockstitch Academy.
But
and like, he puts a backpack on. He pulls straps out of his like stuff and puts a backpack on, and it looks like one of those old like World War I or is it World War II like radio things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit! What's the doppelganger lady's name?
Laurel, but she has not given her name.
No one's asked for her name.
Yeah. I'm like, but you're working with one of us right now.
And like, they both just shake their head like at your ignorance.
Kai played a something breaks card.
Oh, what did Kai break? Oh, Timothy's backpack breaks.
Can I say that me and the llama fall on top of it? As I rush over to check on the llama, I inevitably trip and we fall on top of it.
It wasn't gonna be a fight in this game.
If I may.
Thanks all of the cards. Now there's gonna be a fight in this game. Yeah, 100%. You go to like protect your llama from like the scolding, from Timothy's scolding, and he falls over backwards and breaks his like equipment. Laurel's eyes get huge. Just absolutely gigantic. You hear a very particular I'm not gonna punish if you roll low on this one, Toast, but just roll me a 20-sider. There's no negative outcome, there's only a positive outcome. But I need to know. 17. I'm gonna give it because I'm gonna boost it with the science boon that was played earlier. So that's technically a 20. You remember that? No, you were fucking there. You were there.
Was there?
You remember the game, the previous game where you found the musical notes in the maps, the thing around on the map of the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, for people who went there, there was a giant map, and in sections of the map, it had musical notes written. And when he falls backwards, you hear those notes being played, like out of his radio, and then it just goes. Pzz. All of a sudden, the world above you goes black as fucking night. There is no light anymore. The sun is gone.
I'm sorry.
What did you do?
You guys cannot see anything unless you have some kind of night vision or something. This is as black gets. The seagulls you hear just making weird noises. You start hearing like the endemic life of the area like chattering away. Like, I don't want to say, because when you cover a bird up, it thinks it's nighttime and gets quiet.
Mm-hmm.
But the opposite happens.
It gets super loud.
It gets super loud.
It seems bad.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like which direction I want to go with this now.
You weren't expecting this.
I was not expecting these two to be here. I was not expecting that to happen. I need a 20-sider from all of the players to see how, if in the disorientation of it suddenly going dark, if anything bad happens. Alright. These are not science checks, by the way, people. Alright, so, Krieg, you are perfectly fine, like, other than breaking the radio. Talon, you are perfectly fine. Nick-Snack, you wander off a little bit. You're not sure which way, like, you don't know exactly where Corzipa is, and you have wandered into these boats because you do see some strange source of light.
Sure.
So you're gonna wander towards that source of light.
Okay.
Dude, that is a tough choice. Let's see. Here's your tough choice, Tengu. You can either You're either going to fall in the water, because I like people falling in the water because it's funny to me, or you're going to bump into the raft.
I'll take falling in the water.
Okay. You guys hear a splash. You don't see anything. It's pitch black.
Oh, I hope nothing bad happened.
They also hear me yell, "Fuck!"
Okay, I'm sure that wasn't important.
Oh, well, that was Tengu. That's bad.
You now have an incredible source of light. Very good source of light. It's almost like somebody's like shining a light on a disco ball. And Timothy is screaming in a rage. Just, how dare you inconsiderate oafs. And Laurel's just like, uh-oh. And he's just, do you have any idea what you've done? We were this
no
close.
idea.
And he's gonna lash out. He is,
Rude.
he pulls a scimitar but he pulls it out of his mask. He pulls one of the shards off his mask and it becomes a scimitar. And he's just gonna straight up attack Krieg. Just there goes my roll. He did terrible.
Thank God.
He just like, "Nyeh." Yeah.
So I think he slashes and he's just slashing wildly at this point. He further destroys his own stuff. Like when he swings at you, you take a step back and he just catches his the rest of his instruments that were laying on the ground with his sword, slicing them all in half. And he is just rage personified.
Well, I can see you're unhappy, so I'll just go.
The idea that you're
Bye.
like,
Bye
seems
now.
like you're going through a lot right now, and I don't really want to like infringe on your journey, so I'm gonna go.
That'd be rude. I'm gonna just go. Go fun and just
I yell out, and I could use some help too.
Yes, as you can see, my friend over there needs some help, so I must go and go.
I can't move my token.
Oh, okay. No, give me 1 second here. There you go.
Which way did I fall in?
You're probably
over here?
yeah, probably over there. I would say that's a perfectly reasonable spot for you to be. It's like you're out there a ways now. Tincture is going to try to jump in with a rope attached to her to swim after you. I'm gonna make a roll for that. Please make a roll as well, and let's see if she manages to get to you, or yep, she got to you.
Oh.
That was a 19 for a long time there.
Ooh.
Fucking rough.
I have a reroll, but I don't want to use it. I'm curious what happens.
Yeah, honestly, like, anytime that you guys are willing to embrace a failure, embrace the failure.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, Tengu, you are pulled out. Like, Tincture cannot get to you.
Like at the last second, you're just poof.
Yeah, it's just like at the last second you are pulled under the water, and nobody knows where Tengu went for right now. Snicksnack, you find these boats, and like I'm gonna guess you have some kind of like light.
Yeah, magic trick, so I can at least put some sparks out once in a while.
Oh yeah, does that cost you AP or anything?
No, that's a 0 AP.
Alright, so like, you get to these boats, and are you from the liminal plane, or are you from a different plane? Are you from this world or a different world?
I'd say probably different.
Okay. What's the world you're from like? Is it like straight up like normal Dungeons and Dragons kind of world, or is it?
Yeah, pretty much that.
Okay. So like, you notice that a lot of these boats bear no resemblance to boats that you've seen in this world. And that says a lot, because this world has some diverse boats. Some of them have leftover cargo in them that is just like strange for the technology level that this world is in, based on how long they look like they've been here. They don't look like they've been here for a very long time. They're not super rotted. And honestly, they look like they fell. Like, they don't look like they crashed onto these rocks, and they because these rocks are fairly fragile. Like, there are cracks going out from these rocks, but as though they fell from a height and landed here, instead of went down the river and crashed here. But that's an interesting thing. But no bodies. Like, not a single person down here. Or skeleton. Which is weird.
Yeah, just a bit. You said I was going towards a light source before?
Oh yeah, you saw wisps of fireflies, and that's just but now that you're here, you don't see them anymore.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing I see that disco ball light from across the way.
Oh yeah, you see a lot of light from across the way. You see that light so well that you could walk back to that direction. You also see Corzipa's silhouette now, because that's how bright this mask is.
Yeah, Snickstack will probably go back to Corzipa, because Kobold all alone? No.
I would say at this point, Corzipa would probably start making her way over to Snicksnack.
Okay, so you guys meet in the middle situation.
Also, I really like saying the word Snicksnack.
Snicksnack on pots.
You guys were gonna have to make a dangerous roll to get back there with the raft. You don't have a raft, so I don't know how you plan on getting back over there.
Well, we probably don't want to be here with the angry people, so I would suggest we use the raft to go over there.
Yeah, makes sense.
In the meantime, so as not to drown, I use the ability Gills.
Oh yeah, that's fine. It is less dangerous about the fact that you are drowning, and more dangerous what it seems like you are caught in a whirlpool right now.
Yeah. This is more so I don't get hit on the head and fall unconscious and drown.
Solid. I'm gonna say the science thing did wear off. The boon has worn off. Good.
Alright.
I didn't have to kill any of my characters yet.
Out of curiosity, does Corzipa recognize any of the boats?
Make me a roll.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Fail.
I hope I fail as well, because that's always interesting. 12.
It was a success.
Yeah, success is fine. You do recognize them, but not from a world that, like... Not from your world.
No, they're not giant battle cruisers, got it.
Not giant battle cruisers, but some of them have, battle damage that you would recognize as that kind of a thing. Like, your world's technology of, like, weaponry has attacked these ships.
Ooh, interesting.
Like, maybe you find, like, some wreckage of a shell.
So, out of curiosity, is the wildlife still going nuts?
It's going insane. If anything, it's, like, doubled down.
Well, Tincture, I say we leave these people to their he almost says loss, but stops himself and say things, and then we shall go get our friend. What are you doing?
Laurel, who nobody's been paying close attention to, suddenly appears, and she has Tincture, like a soaking wet Tincture by the throat, and she's lifted her in the air.
Well, that's not good.
And she says, nobody's going anywhere without us. And she just...
Can we have the Riverman stop him since he's bigger?
The Riverman is standing there, and he is like... He's got his, like, huge size. But remember, we decided the ground is brittle. We decided the ground was brittle after I made him huge.
Okay.
So, like, he takes a step, and you hear the ground, like cracking.
Where is it cracking? Is it cracking
Under
near
his
him?
foot.
or
Like,
where
directly
he's-
under his foot. Yeah, where he's standing.
And how close is he to Laurel?
He is, I would say he's at least 20 feet away from her. Like, if he fell down, he would land on her. But
Okay.
I would say here, I'll draw... if this will work. I'll draw it in red because I've already decided red is... Like, these are the kind of cracks that are happening. Like, out from his foot, and that's where the cracks are.
There's still a rope attached to Tincture at the moment, right?
There is still a rope attached to Tincture, and, like, the other end is on... Like, the Riverman has it.
Okay. I would like to speak with Rongard and have him headbutt Laurel into the water.
Oh, please just make that roll for me. That is a success. I'm going to roll against it, though. Just
Okay.
so we can know how she does.
Understandably.
He does poorly. Like, but yeah, it happens exactly how you want it. Like,
So
she,
I'm
like,
just
gets...
gonna
Oh, go ahead. Narrate it.
kind of the hands in the air. It's like, okay, nobody needs to do anything badly. We don't want any. And then I'm just gonna suddenly yell, llama ramming into you. So normal speech, and then yelling llama, and then have the llama go headbutt the man into the water. Or woman. Sorry, I apologize.
Okay, that's fine. She's very, like, ambiguous. One second. I'm asking in the chat if anybody else was using any more abilities for the tower, so I can just make a couple rolls on that one in a moment. But yeah, so she's in the water. The Riverman, like, wraps the rope around his wrist and pulls her back. He has Tincture, sets her on her shoulder, thinks better of it, sets her down, shrinks to 8 inches tall, and gets on her shoulder. But
Okay.
so now Laurel is in the water, and Timothy just yelled, "Shit!"
She started it.
So
Then I hurry for the raft and like, let's go.
Krieg, what is your character most afraid of? If there was a creature in the world that you would be most afraid of? Not like an ambiguous thought of like dying alone.
But like a monster or something.
Yeah. It's like, is there a particular creature that Krieg is scared of?
Let's go with giant sharks.
Oh no.
Giant sharks. Yeah, okay. Hold on, I got some good ones of those.
I am in danger.
We're all in danger.
Well, I'm the one in the water.
Oh, no. Just sharks.
Bye, everyone.
Oh God.
And if you don't like those ones, I've got another batch.
That looks great. Ooh, those ones are green though.
So, reflected, maybe not even directly in the water. Like maybe some of them are floating above the water. Like as it comes out of his mask, the like light comes out of its mask, you are seeing what you as a player could very easily assume is some kind of illusion magic.
Mm-hmm.
But you as characters see terrifying sharks coming at you everywhere.
Understandable.
So, go ahead and roll me a reaction. Specifically, Krieg. The rest of you can like not like it was specifically this is what Krieg is scared of. Okay, I'm gonna say that you're able to like control yourself. Like you think they're real, but you're not panicking.
So it's for that half a moment, like, oh God, oh wait, I'm okay.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
and now we're gonna quick cut to like the building of the thing. So we got the grass that's been mowed down, and like everybody's like reading the instruction
has been
booklets.
dug, basically, and the instructions.
Excellent. Have been read. Excellent. So
now what?
go ahead and make me a roll to see how well they've been doing to put it together. Like IKEAing this box apart. They've got good instructions, but like it's a success.
We're not like using the Allen wrench to its best.
Right? Nobody knows how the Allen wrench works,
like
but they have
Dave
something
wrench,
that's
I
close
guess.
enough.
It would be something like, but not.
It's a bob wrench. It looks a lot like a flamingo. Right, so, yeah. The 20 with Bobert really changed this scenario. Because I don't want to take away the 20 by having him coming back constantly arguing. Like, you played a card that invented lawyer. That's hilarious. A lawyer got a 20. That's hilarious. I thought I was clicking. I was like, man, what is going on here? I don't know if anybody else uses Roll20 very often, but the layer thing can be really annoying.
Thank you for acknowledging this. It causes me pain.
So the radio tower is being built. And we'll see how useful that is shortly. All right, back to drowning Tengu.
Not drowning.
Not drowning.
So
Underwater Tengu.
Now is I keep forgetting her name.
Laurel.
Laurel,
I was
yeah.
asked for it, so
Yeah.
understandable.
Is Laurel near me?
No, nowhere near you. You've been sucked into a whirlpool. You're gonna have to roll me a 20-sided. We'll figure out which whirlpool that is. 18's pretty good, but 18's not a 20. So I'm gonna say you are currently, and now I have to switch layers again because that's annoying. You are currently stuck to this one. Like, you have popped your head out of the water. But you are at that one.
So I've decided that I'm convinced that Laurel is one of us. I'm like, if I saw Laurel fall in, I'm super concerned about Laurel.
Oh, you definitely did not see her fall in.
Oh, okay.
Like, that happened when you were already underwater. Alright, so Laura's using the... I wanted to make a strong digging a 20 to make... Okay, yeah, it's an incredibly powerful and strong foundation. Like, and because of it, like, it gets built quite quickly. Alright, so now we have other problems.
Yeah.
The Mirror Mage is casting a bunch of spells and, like, looks like he's summoning sharks everywhere. We have no idea where Laurel went. She is somewhere underwater. There is some sound coming out of his backpack, but he does not seem to be paying any attention to it. He is slow walking towards, well, Krieg mostly is his target. So were you guys just trying to hop on the raft and get going away?
Yeah, pretty much. But it's probably taking more time because he's scared doing it. But
yeah. So you guys get on the raft and, like, you're gonna set sail. Are you trying to get to where Corzipa and Snicksnack are?
yes, that would be the goal since those are the ones I can see.
All right. So go ahead and roll me a die, and we'll see how this goes.
Oh,
Wow.
It
Fucking
doesn't.
oof.
How many ones have we rolled today?
personally, like 2.
I don't even have to sabotage toast. It just does it for me. It's kind of great.
Sucker.
Man, okay, this was going to be a science game. We were going to explore
We
things.
did science, but I messed it up.
Okay, we can save this.
We're still technically doing science because we're learning so much about this underground
Can I
water.
I
take
has
a
let you
roll?
roll one more time. You can roll it one more time.
Okay, I will roll. Still a tough
Still not
choice.
great.
Like,
You got
mixed
better.
success.
It is 10 times better.
That's true. That's true.
All right, so tough choice. In the dark, you are going to lose all sense of direction. Even with your, like, ability, like the ability that you cast at the beginning of it to know which way is which, always, it has failed you.
Can I use another ability then?
Like, this is the tough choice. You
Okay,
can
go for it.
take the completely losing sense of direction and, like, throwing yourself to the wind and hoping you get where you want to go, because Snicksnack is casting some magic over there to, like, give the light, but otherwise it's very dark. Or alternatively, this ship is gonna get hit by a magical blast, and, like, you can still get on the ship and go, but the ship is gonna be a little bit more wounded. It's either gonna be more difficult to get where you're trying to go, or more difficult to keep the ship together.
I say difficult to where we're trying to go because I don't want to lose our one way out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Alright, so you've completely lost sense of direction, and now...
Can I use an ability?
Yeah, what's the ability?
It's called Delve. I use 2 AP. I make a sound that travels throughout underground structure, like a natural cave system or a dungeon. You can sense the general layout of the next 3 areas connected to yours, plus the layout of any passageways between these areas, and then the guide has to draw me a map.
The guide has to draw me a map is a nightmare for me. Alright, but I make you guys say poems. Here it goes.
I don't want to clap because I feel like that'd be rude to everybody watching the stream.
Let's turn to your maps, create a new map. Oh, this is just good fucking, like, radio right here. Alright, so we got
I probably make an animal noise since I've probably used this before.
There we go. And let's just... Okay, so what you, like, you make a loud noise and it starts, like, going through the area. What you start to realize is the, based on the echo, the only place that has anything non-rock is this limited space that you're in right now. Like, everywhere else is,
Solid stone, kind of.
sounded like a normal cavern. Like, this place, likely due to the weird rift that was closed, that you did not have enough time to study. That this place had life. This place had, like, access to fresh air. This place had, like, the beautiful sunlight coming in all the time. But, like, the rest of the cave is just a giant underwater cave.
And it's not like a perfect circle or anything, right? It's kind of like craggly
Yeah.
and rocky and everywhere.
It's just craggly and rocky, and there is, like, one more place that seems like it might have been, like, seemed like it was hit with the light, and I already have a map for that one, so I will get to you in a second. But all of the rivers converge on a... Let's see if this worked. Upload. Okay, this is good radio. Here we go. So, eventually all of the rivers converge into just one really tight, like this right here is ridiculous on the rapid situation. Like, it's so, like, it makes you go so fast, and then you know that suddenly you go underwater, and that's how you get out. But before that, and I'm just going to show it to you now, there is one of the rocks has every magical item that religion has ever thrown down here.
Is that a hand?
It does appear to be a hand.
Okay, so we found the magic item rock.
And you can tell by the pull and, like, the sound of the river and with your echolocation thing that this is incredibly dangerous to get to.
I can imagine by the hand, if something that big gets screwed. Is what Krieg's thinking. He doesn't know if it's real or not, but it looks like a hand to him. Okay. I will remember this.
And that one is, if you followed this path right here, you would get to it. Like, no other path will take you there.
Didn't
sorry,
see
have I
you
moved?
ping if you had
Okay.
pinged.
Yeah. It's all the way on the far right, middle path. If you take this one. Not this one, but this one.
Okay, so this.
Not this one. Not the one I'm pinging right now.
Okay.
This one. That is where the magic rock is.
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
If you go off this screen, you find that rock.
Okay, so past the colorful dots, pretty much.
Yes. Those are flowers. But you have other colorful dots from a disco ball faced guy.
Okay, so I know the layout even though I can't see, but I have no way to make myself go where I want to because I think Tengu had the stick.
Tengu did have the stick, which I find hilarious.
All right.
So we are going to... Whoever wants to make the roll to control the ship, I can do it for, like, the Riverman or Tincture if you want me to.
I'm
or
too
we
small
can...
to do anything, so I wouldn't be doing it.
Corzipa's on the wrong boat and on the wrong thing. Snake's over there. So yeah, we can try the Riverman.
He'd be the best, I feel like.
Well, no, we can't try the Riverman. He's 8 inches tall.
That's correct. So
This is
I
Tincture's
guess-
roll, and we're taking one lesser effect. So it is a mixed success. So what would Tincture... Alright, so here's your choice. I'll just give you the choice, even though it was Tincture's roll. You are going to lose any notes that you have made. Like, There will be no evidence that you guys were even here. Like any like dirt that you've picked up or flowers that were investigated, gone. Or, one of these sharks that seems incredibly real has latched onto the ship and will begin eating. You basically are throwing the stuff to the shark.
I just want to keep this stuff because it's a science mission, so I'd feel bad if we lost our science stuff. So I'm gonna let the shark start eating, and then I'm gonna start beating the shark over the head with my Stitch Academy issued saber.
All right, go roll me that 20-sider. Roll me that attack.
Lord have mercy.
That's a 2, everybody.
For fuck's sake, man.
What are that yellow dye needs to be retired?
I'm gonna change
Oh,
the
for
color
fuck's
real
sake,
quick.
Lord.
Oops.
I never should have mentioned Will Wheaton.
Oh my. Okay. So, yeah. All right. This canonically works. Jesus Christ. You swing,
Okay,
and
it's
like
a green color now.
the shark just chomps down. Just the way it dodges is by just clamping down even harder, and the raft just explodes apart. Everybody's in the water.
Well,
Except for Corzipa and Snicksnack. Corzipa and Snicksnack, you see this happen.
Corzipa just face palms and then goes back to investigating these really, really weird battle damage. Trying to figure out if she knows anything to do with why Corinthos has shot at these ships at any point.
God damn.
You just look there like, well, that sucks. I'm back to work.
Yeah, Nick is more horrified than this. It's like, isn't that right now? The fear.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Oh my god. That was actually
But
really
have
funny
you
to me.
seen this battle damage? This is from a 500-inch from a battle cruiser.
Alright,
That's way too big. Wait.
so go ahead and roll me an investigation check. Just go ahead and roll me a 20-sided to see like how much more investigating you get done. 16, success. You find like not the kind of science that you guys came down for, but you do see. How much do I want to give you before next week?
Oh, please.
So, you get here's what it is. It's the same technology level that you have in your world. In Corzipa's world, it's more militaristic. They have like World War II-esque ships. Is that correct? Like,
I would say more like of the intermediate portion, since World War Tech is actually really, really fancy and advanced. It's in the intermediate period between World War I and World War II.
Yeah, so it's basically you guys the same level, but gone military instead of science. So like, in most of the world of the liminal plane are still using wooden boats and stuff, but this is taking the step up. It's the same technology level, but not. Maybe you find a little gunpowder and taste it or something. Like it's just not the same,
Just like
but
a little
close. And it's like close, so it's just like somebody else definitely using that kind of technology. And what you do find is you find a sheriff's badge. It looks like a Walker Texas Ranger style badge. And like you don't recognize it from anywhere, but you can tell it is important. Like it doesn't match the aesthetic of the ship that you found it on. So it leads you to believe that whoever sunk this ship sunk it wearing, like, maybe one of them went down or at least lost part of this thing, their equipment, wearing this badge. Some kind of badge-wearing person took down this ship.
Lurid says the point was not to break the ship, according
Oh,
to
not to break the ship.
No.
It's more fun if we break the ship.
Wait, no, but he said
That's why I'm not understanding it as well. The shark's will to eat the ship.
Oh, you broke the shark's will to eat the ship. I understand.
So the shark no longer finds the boat tasty and leaves?
I thought what he said was the shark will break the ship. And I'm like, okay.
So I scare it off then.
Okay, yes, you scared it
Scary.
off. Alright, so you're still on the ship. And that makes it make more sense that Corzipa was still investigating during this. Yeah, okay, so you guys
just
will
have
eventually
shark
get over
holes
there.
in the ship.
Alright. He was in the way. Boat's over here. Okay, he's over here. Alright, and Zach, do you have any idea of, like, or Snicksnack, did you have anything that you were going to do?
Well, since they've seemed to get over here, probably take a look at some of the ship's cargo, since you said some of it was intact.
Yeah, definitely some of it is intact. And, you're not going to have to roll for it because you're not currently under attack. Nope, you are going to have to roll for it. These are dangerous. This is dangerous world. So go ahead and roll me a 20.
At this point, now that I'm not fleeing for my life.
You're going to have to look for him.
Okay. I'll wait.
I've got a way to save myself.
With
Don't
a
worry.
5, we have not a wait, no, 5 is a failure, right? Yeah, 5 is a failure.
Yep.
You go to open up one of the boxes, and you get a quick look before, like, the roof falls and then hits the ground and then just makes a big hole in the island that you're in, and the boat that you're in is like falling into that hole.
Yeah, stick back far, far away.
And what would really quickly you would think, it's like, man, that looked like a lot of bags of spaghetti. Like, it was definitely some kind of contraband. It was not anything you would recognize from this world, but like, I can't give you any more information because it was a failure. Sorry.
Oh.
Right.
Like Gemini doesn't know this, but feels wounded all the same. Just knowing that there's a food stuff that he's never seen before.
Oh, it's not actually food stuff. Like, the bags of spaghetti are just to be funny, because that's what we call contraband. It was probably weapons or technology that you have never seen in this world. It's like definitely something from other worlds that don't belong here. Contraband, if you will. So what's your escape there?
I turn into a big owl.
Why?
Yeah. And because I'm an owl, I can see in the dark.
Okay. We were just talking about owls the other day and how I fear them.
Ooh.
Ooh. Alright, so
How mad does Timothy look?
he is enraged. Like, the mask is glowing all one solid red at this point.
I'm sure he can see us because he's generating light.
Yeah, like,
I pop a shot off at him. Just to be a dick.
and you can. It's probably going to be a hard shot because these are just trank guns. But yeah, you can definitely make the roll. See how it happens.
And how aware would I be of anything that's going on?
Not very. I don't. Are you going up here?
Yeah. Well, I probably fly over to where Timothy is to see, and then I see that
No, don't go that way.
that that's a bad place to be at the moment, and then fly over to where everybody is now.
Timothy takes the shot, like, directly to his chest. He takes the 2 damage from it. It's just like looks down at the dart. And it's like nobody can really make this out, but he pulls it out and he's looking at it, and he just like weaves back and forth and then just falls over.
Falls over into the water or onto the ground?
No, just onto the ground.
Okay.
But the light
Hopefully
has
he
gone
doesn't
out.
break the ground
Oh,
enough
shit.
by him falling over.
My desire to be a dick is overwhelmed.
Oh, the sharks go away too.
Awesome.
Lurid played an item pack card.
What did he play?
What fine.
Expensive wine. You find, Snick, as you're running from the boat that's like falling to pieces,
No,
directly
I
into
think
your...
it's for us. Like, working on the tower.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's no fun. No. Yeah, the tower is just getting built. Like, you guys are doing fantastic
Yeah,
up
we're
there.
fucking amazing. Good call on, like, getting that lawyer out here. Smooth sailing. We're all just gonna be, like, lounging in our lovely garden at the base of the fucking tower.
The tower is completely built, but like some of you are the science team that's there a little bit worried. Not a single balloon has come back. Like, no.
Has anyone sent? Do you sent like one?
I sent one with
for
They were
with the
going to.
flowers.
Yeah, with the flowers, I thought we sent that up.
We sent the flowers, and
Alright.
then I tried to get dirt, but failed on the dirt.
Alright, so a stinky flower has come back,
One.
and that's it.
Stink finger. Excellent.
A stinky flower shaped with the branches shaped like a hand. Yeah, lovely.
That is what has arrived.
Ooh, tipsy.
Yeah, now somebody gets drunk at this lake tower. What happens?
I have like 4 of these I wanted to play it. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, it's hi. You feeling better? Okay. My cat's on my lap. I'm just hoping it doesn't poop on me. It's been a nightmare. So what's the plan? Like, Krieg knows where the this is all, like, this over here has all begun to, like, crack and fall apart.
I would like to explain to people what I have found out, and that I have found where all the magic items are going, but that it is incredibly dangerous for that side giant hand over there. So
horse-sized. I want to specify I'm a horse-sized owl.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Horse-sized owl.
it's ginormous, and I know where all the items are going, but I don't think we can get there safely.
I kind of hoot.
Do you think anyone can get to them? Because we should do something to prevent them from taking sensors. Probably contraband somewhere.
I'm sure it's possible to get there, but it would be incredibly dangerous to go by water.
I flap my wings.
I would like to talk with the animal, because I can...
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can't speak language when I'm transformed.
So I'm going to use 1 AP to touch, to kind of put my hand on your head, and now we can talk telepathically for the next
Like,
minute.
I'm like, I can fly.
Okay. If you want to fly and take a look,
I
and see
also
if there's
you're
anything.
tiny and I can carry you.
That's true. I am very small. So if you want to carry me, wait, how long does your transformation last? At any time. Okay, so it
Yeah.
doesn't have a time. Okay. So I will go with you then, and then I'm gonna let the other two know. It's like, okay, since Tengu here can fly, I'm gonna go with him, and then we're gonna check out contraband on the island.
I tried
That's
to
one
like.
specific- My character
look
is
fine.
a Tengu named Gemini.
Oh,
Got it.
okay. I apologize. But Gemini and I are gonna go over to the contraband island, and
I was looking for an owl token, and I remembered that's what I have.
I'm gonna
Owl
bring
dude, shut up.
the backpack, unless you want me to carry some stuff.
All right,
Oh, my
so,
back. Yeah, my backpack turned into part of me.
Yeah,
When I
it
transformed,
totally did.
So.
The Riverman hands you a sack made out of Corzipa's skin.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot
How
about
strong
that.
is your skin, Corzipa?
Shrugs? We don't use them in Corinthos to make anything, so I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna try and see if I can poke a hole in it, kind of.
What's going on? Snicksnack tries to speak up. I think the crates in these ships have contraband in them, but it's a little unstable.
If it
Yeah, the
crumbles
more
down-
time you spend, like that whole area that you're in is starting to crumble into the water, like the whole little island that you're on. Oh, let me get you back over there.
We're supposed to already getting back on. our
Allow me
tiny
to
ship raft.
get back to my red scribbling. This was never supposed to be
The
that.
start.
And it wasn't gonna be super fragile until that one was rolled, and I needed to figure out how you fucked up digging. So all this is just falling now. There we go.
Okay, yeah, Snicksnack's getting the hell out there.
Excellent.
If you guys go and investigate the things, we can go to a couple of the other islands, avoiding the man who is angry at us, and go investigating other places.
If that whole area is breaking and falling apart, wouldn't that mean the area that everybody else is on now is starting
Yeah,
to float
it will
loose?
eventually. Yeah, yes, it will eventually get. Even everything you guys are on will break, so that would be move it. I would say the other people should get it ready to go.
Am I able to poke a hole in the skin we've got?
I just go ahead and roll me a 20 sided. I like all of this being up to the dice at this point.
Oh,
No,
look.
no, it's
The green
fine.
one does much better.
It's a very successful. It'll work as a bag. You think?
Okay, I'm gonna use your skin as a giant bag. So, thank you. All right, Gemini, let's go.
Okay, so there is as you approach it, there is lightning and stuff coming off from some of these items. Some of these items clearly don't like being next to other things.
Use my AP again since it only lasts a minute. I need to cast it again, so I can talk to Gemini. And it's like, okay, avoid the lightning. Let's see if we can land down somewhere.
I'm going to require a roll from both of you.
Okay.
Hell yeah!
7, but a 20. Okay, so with the 7, you get winged by some of the lightning, but you are able to drop Snicksnack onto the treasure. He's you let go, and Snicksnack with a 20 lands beautifully. Krieg, sorry, it's not Snicksnack. I got my small reptiles mixed up.
That's
All right.
speechless.
Yep, sorry, my bad.
Well, that's okay. Damage I take as an animal doesn't transfer over to non-animal me. So.
What I'm saying is you have to just make loops around it. You're not able to land on this,
Okay.
but Snicksnack is on it. You with a
Krieg,
20?
you rat.
Krieg,
racist.
God damn it! I did it again. Snicksnack is just a good name, too good of a name. Krieg lands on it. You are able to pick up with this bag, and with that 20, and this is more than I was going to give anybody. You are able to put 3 of these items in. Every single thing that you see here is a magical item.
Okay.
I don't know if you can zoom in very close. I tried to make this as high quality as I could.
Yeah, I can.
These little red things. Shoot, I'm drawing. These little red things here are potions, like the red and the blue, both potions. This is a map. This is a wrench that looks a lot like Cole's old wrench before it broke.
What are the confetti
Those are-
stuff?
That's broken glass.
Okay. I want to avoid the sharp items.
You rolled high enough that the sharp items aren't gonna break.
Okay.
Aren't gonna break the skin. with the 15 and then the 20, you're good.
The tower
if you can
team
still
is
understand me,
attempting to contact the OA team. Heads up.
Did anyone
Could
bring?
you please make me a 20-sided roll for that?
Well, we do have the fancy sky colors.
Yeah. So 2 things happen with a success.
Also,
One
given that
thing-
we are like at a communications tower right now,
That's exactly it. That is exactly it. You guys do hear it through your communications things. You also hear a ghostly static version of it going through the radio. That like echoing out of Timothy's backpack.
Creepy.
Well, I'm not close to Timothy, so I can't hear that.
No, but like
Everybody else, yeah, sure.
it's just like if this was a show, you would catch it, you would hear it that time, and then I'd make sure the camera would point over there.
Hopefully it's broken enough. Because he cut it up and I cut it up, so hopefully it's broken enough.
Oh yeah, it's broke.
Also, I want to ask, with my owl night vision, do I see any of what's making the wildlife go bananas?
The dark.
Just the dark?
The dark,
Okay.
yeah. Let me put, just so you guys get a scale of it. The Krieg is not. This is about the size. Like if you see Krieg, like that is how big Krieg is compared to all of these items. That is the size
That's
of
a
the
big
item.
sword.
Yeah, I need to make sure that everybody knew that sword was huge.
Well, I hoot out to him, attach one of those balloons just to that sword. We need that thing out of here. That seems dangerous.
Okay. I'm going to, for my
Also,
3
I-
items. No, go ahead.
The sword also looks like it's producing a lot of the electricity, so getting rid of that might make it safer for me to get closer.
What's producing the electricity is the magical items next to each other.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, with that effect, can I grab 3 items to put in a bag, and then for other items, attach balloons to them?
You can try.
Okay.
You can see how
I'm
that
gonna
plays
grab
out.
my 3 first, since I know that's guaranteed. And I would like this map,
All right.
this weird thing,
All right.
and then this Egyptian-looking thing.
All right. Those are the exact 3 items I thought you were gonna grab, which is hilarious to me.
I mean, they're the ones that look the weirdest and fanciest. So, yes. And then, once
R.I.P.
I've grabbed those, I would like to try attaching balloons to other items, starting with the sword.
The sword will not move, no matter how many of your balloons you attach. It's just,
Okay.
it's like I put that there when I learned that Corzipa was playing this, so that Corzipa could have like a fun like pull something out with massive flexing.
Like a
but,
sword in a stone type scenario.
Yeah, but I do not expect any other character will be able to get it out without some ridiculous effort. I know Corzipa has moves that makes them be able to do things beyond human strength or beyond like strength, so that's why I put that there.
We also have a 20-foot tall ogre or Oni dude.
Yeah, the Riverman's scared, but Riverman can't see this.
Fair.
All right, so we got astrological globe,
work,
map, and Egypt like thing.
Can I attach balloons to this wrench and then some of the other magical baubles on the ground?
Absolutely. How many balloons are we gonna say? I'm gonna say you can do this with 5 things. For each one, we're gonna need to make a roll. Nika's gonna make that roll, but right now she's going to the bathroom,
Okay.
so we have to give her a second.
So, first one is going to be the wrench.
First one's the wrench.
Uh,
Let me open up a fucking document so I know what the hell's going on. All right, I can just write here. We have took the.
what's this? Right. It's next to the Egyptian thing.
That's a brain.
Okay.
It
then.
feels wet, alive, and it is gooey.
Okay.
Okay.
Does a 14 work for the wrench?
Oh yeah, it's 14 is a success.
Alright, then I want to grab the brain with the next balloon.
Oh, that 14 that she rolled was earlier. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Like she's in the bathroom right now. She'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Took the globe, which is the astrological looking thing. You took the map, and you took the scarab token.
Is there anything that I could grab, like that I could swoop close enough to?
Maybe one of the orbs or the crystals would be the
like-
first guess.
I mean, you can
Like-
try. You can make a roll.
Or whatever these things are. Nope.
Nope.
I'm gonna say you took that lightning hard that time, like hard, like you feel crispy.
Have I taken damage?
Yeah, you definitely took. I would say that time you took 4 damage. Just like really got you. So
I have 6 HP as an animal. Period.
yes, you are
So-
fucking low.
So will I even be able to safely snatch him back
safely is not. You are not going to be able to safely do it at all.
up? Okay.
But he is going to need you to get him back up. He's got his. So Nika, are you back?
I am.
Okay. Can you make a roll to see if he gets the wrench out of here safely by using the balloons? An 8 is a tough choice. Here's a tough choice. You either don't get it out, drops in the water and like flows down, like might get back on this rock, who knows? Or you have to use another balloon on it.
Okay, so instead of 5 items, it'd be 4.
Yes.
I'm going to use 2 balloons on the wrench.
2 balloons on the wrench. Excellent. So you have 3 more things you can grab
Brain.
with the balloons.
Wrap one of those balloons around the brain.
The brain, okay. Girlfriend, can you roll us a 20-sided for the brain? It's very gooey. 12 is success. You get it out. It takes some hits on the way up and out, but otherwise it survives. So science team, you're expecting to be getting plants and animals. What comes up with these balloons so far is a wrench, a giant wrench. Does not glow blue like Cole's old one, but does definitely have some magic to it. And then a brain.
And
Please
the
take me
earlier
to a-
stink finger flower.
Yeah, the finger flower was the first thing, and you expected that. You expected some weird flower.
Oh yeah, we should probably respond to the radio show.
Yeah, nobody's responding to the radio.
I
I'm
try to
busy, so I'm not
respond,
going
but forget
to.
I'm an owl, so they just first thing they hear is just a bunch of hooting from an owl.
I mean, I'm not the one carrying the radio, so.
Well, technically, I'll have one.
Yeah, you all have the radio. You all have, like, communicators very
I didn't
reminiscent
attach
of...
a note to the brain.
You attached a note to the brain?
I did not.
Did
I just let
thank
it go.
God. Thank God.
Once the hooting stops on the radio, of course, we'll just say, "This is away, team. Found some issues, collecting items. Over." That's very terrible communication, Talon. You know better.
Alright, Toast, 2 more items if you would like them. Or you can just try to abandon now.
No, yeah.
So
What?
you might want to save one of the balloons for yourself in case I cannot get you off the island.
It's true.
Are the balloons big enough for Snick Snack? That's amazing.
Krieg,
Not Snick Snack, it's
damn
Krieg. Are they... But hear me out. Hear me out. What if they're the right size for Snick Snack, but not Krieg?
that's true.
I mean,
I'm
Krieg's
gonna
smaller.
take-
I don't think a 2-inch difference is really going to make it. Also, if that wrench is anything like Royce's wrench, and it took 2 balloons, 1 balloon should absolutely be able to carry 1 lizard creature.
I'd like to pick the yellow orb as my next one because it
Yellow
reminds him
orb.
of gold, and he likes gold a lot.
Just like gold.
So that fucking scarab just sitting there, and you're gonna get a fucking orb?
He got the scarab.
Okay.
He got the astrological like orb there as well, like the cool
So
like
I'm using
astrolabe?
Corzipa's
Yeah, and the map.
skin as my bag.
yeah. He's got those in the bag. Now he's using balloons to steal other extra things that I wasn't expecting them to do. But
Smart. Sorry, I was in the bathroom.
Oh, you're fine. I'm going to I'm gonna grab a blue crystal and attach the balloon to myself.
Oh, I'm gonna give you the heads up. These crystals, you know these crystals. They're
Okay.
just crystals from this world.
Just normal crystals. Then
Like
I will
these,
not...
like those crystals are just. They have magic, but only liminal plane magic. They are not contraband.
Okay.
So all of these items are not only magical, but contraband magical items.
They're yes,
You suspect at any rate because
You
you don't have
suspect.
your
Yeah.
detector on you. So
yeah.
I would like to gather up the glass into my arms and then attach the balloon to myself. Because I see a bunch of glass on the ground. And we've
Okay.
gathered glass before, so why not
You have?
gather more?
Let's go ahead and roll me that 20-sider for that.
I don't know if that was for me or for you, but
Oh, yeah, that
So the,
works both ways because you've been controlling the balloons. So
Yeah.
14 is a success. You guys see Cree, fucking arms full of like glass and a snake fucking skin,
shinies and shit.
and he's gone.
Audi 5000 gone.
Like Septarius is over the radio. You guys need backup down there, and Creek just comes popping out of the hole
arms full, and he just kind of says,
after
Hello?
a wrench, a yellow orb. So that's fun. Let's go back to the team that's currently trying not to fall into the water. So, how are you guys? Like, Tincture is screaming, "We need to get the fuck out of here." You've never heard of him.
Sorry.
You've never heard of Smurf.
Did you just say Smurf?
Smurf?
Anyway, Brisbane's gonna start getting the raft ready to go and is gonna grab, very like brutishly grab a scoop of soil, any flowers she can grab, and then is getting in the boat and we're going.
Yeah, Snick's not going to try and be on their back.
Snick snack, piggybacking on Corzipa. Gemini, what's your plan? Like, oh wait, no, you're an owl. You're gonna fly back to the raft?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, that's
Or just
Okay,
fly back
so-
from the hole,
or fly back,
honestly.
like- yeah. You could also do that probably.
Well, I want to kind of like try to let them know that Krieg is safe.
Oh, they all have
But-
radios.
Yeah, I got
okay.
on the radio after I landed. Like, I took a balloon up to the surface. I'm good.
All these god rays on this map don't work anymore because it's not there. Like, this map is wholly inaccurate now.
We fucking good.
So there
I
are
fly
going...
over. Oh, sorry.
You
I
go.
was gonna say, I could fly over and grab some more, wild, like flowers and mushrooms and
Yeah, I
whatnot
saw
if
some
we
mushrooms
need.
out there that were like
Go
some
ahead and
samples.
So I
roll
do
me
that.
20-sider real
Okay.
quick, see what you gather up. This isn't
Well-
going to be so much about like the danger of what you grab up, but
Do you want me to do a roll as well as I'm just like grabbing what I can?
Oh, yeah.
Not onto that 7. So. using
you
a
want to
reroll.
re-roll that 7? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and re-roll that. With a 12, you grab some
That's better.
yeah, 14, absolutely. So yeah, you guys both managed to gather up more. So, and with the 14, just gonna say, like, as you're indiscriminately grabbing things up, Talon, you definitely grab one of those little horses. Like, you have a tiny horse, and I'm talking like maybe the size of a Matchbox car horse in your bag.
Amazing.
Full.
It just got tossed in there with everything else.
Yeah, just totally. And you grab mushrooms that, like, as soon as your talents like go around them to touch them, the world is different for a moment. You again see that beautiful like sun that you saw earlier, but You are very much underwater. You don't feel underwater, but you see underwater, and you see like giant sharks swimming by and like boats going overhead, and then you immediately appear back to where you were. That's what you've seen. And now we're gonna you guys have to go through the map. I'm sorry, I switched the map. You have to go through a very dangerous sailing section now. So I'm gonna need 3 rolls back to back. I don't mind who does it, but I need 3 rolls.
It's not
Oh, I
gonna be
fucked up. I just used it to reroll. Oh, okay. There's
18,
one.
very good. You have a very good start. You've gotten onto your ship. Your ship is sailing the correct direction. Like, you are following the direction that Krieg told you to get out. So now we are closer to getting out. You have found the correct path. The fucking thing wasn't on this map because this map didn't exist until I had to make it a minute ago.
Hey, you're welcome.
Alright, so you see the narrow strait that you have to make it down. Somebody else wants to make a roll, and we'll see how well we make it through that.
I'm terrified of
Give it a
rolling.
shot.
See how it goes. 15, also good. You've lined up perfectly with your shot. Well, not perfectly, but good enough. And now is the dangerous part that you have been warned about. Everybody has to hold their breath because you're going underwater.
Do it, Talon. Do it.
I can
it.
just fly over, right?
No, this is all underwater. This is the only way out.
Oh, okay. I'd have to turn back to not owl me then.
Yes.
So I'm no longer an owl. But I do. Still have from
Thought it
when
was
I
an 8 for a
used
second.
from when I used gills, I had
Oh yeah, you'll be
enough for 6 uses.
Okay, did you want to use it on everybody around you? Is that what you're trying to
Yes.
say? Okay, so
Yeah.
everybody, all right. With the 16 and the not needing to breathe, we'll consider that a 20. And you guys fly through it. And let's move you. Wow, that's a giant tincture head on this map. So,
Hello.
what up, tincture? You guys are all out here near the Silken Towers. You can't see them. You can't see anything. But this is where you have popped up out of the water. Can I do this? Yeah, raft.
And where did we start?
You started here. But,
Okay.
remember, it's like 120 miles away from where you started. You guys have been, shotgunned out.
Does it feel like we have traveled anywhere near that far?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, okay.
That water was going.
Okay.
And nobody needed to make any rolls to hold their breath because you gave them all gills. And because they all have the radio, and the radio tower is perfectly fine, it's been boosted enough that the sub can just come out and get you.
Nice.
And
I look around
go
and be like, oh shit, that lady that none of us know the name of. We left her behind. No.
Who cares?
But isn't she a crew member?
No,
Oh,
not at all.
well, why didn't you say so?
Twice.
Ow! Fuck, that actually hurts.
So I'm just gonna fast forward, the sub comes out, gets everybody, no need to make any more rolls. You did not see Laurel's body float up, by the way. I'm just gonna blanket statement that one. And also because I'm terrified of drowning, I'm gonna tell you right now, she didn't drown. Drowning is scary to me.
Completely, totally understand.
I'm also afraid of whales, in case anybody needs to know that. And that guy's story about getting swallowed by a humpback whale or whatever. is terrifying to me.
Like doubly terrifying because it's both.
It's both drowning and being eaten, and those are two things that I just don't want. I hate sharks because they're assholes that bite people, and I hate alligators because they're assholes that bite people that spin around. I don't feel safe in the water. I'm just going to throw that out there for everybody. Alright. So, everybody's back at the tower now, I guess. Yeah. You guys see the dragon for the first time?
Whoa.
He is...
Was it actually a dragon, out of curiosity?
It was supposed to be like a lamia, but I took some creative license with it. And decided...
No, it's a business dragon.
Mostly because
It's a business-
the token that was there.
It's
Available.
the token that I had. And, like, I thought it would be the funniest shit in the world if the lawyer was just the dragon that I saw. But I do imagine he is guarding this radio tower like you would guard a hoard of treasure. Like, he's got those spectacles on the bridge of his nose, and he's going over paperwork on this amazing foundation that was made. Just fantastic.
Did we retcon and say that I grabbed Timothy?
I cannot retcon that one. That's too
No?
much of a retcon. No,
Okay.
Also, he's 6'3" and very angry.
Oh, well, but he's also unconscious.
This is true.
Sucks to be him.
Yeah, thank God we got the science section of that done.
I saved some notes.
Communication inspired.
We grabbed some science.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
a lot of science. What are you talking about?
It's like very shitty samples, though.
So now it is. I'm imagining you guys have passed this all off to the science team.
Well,
Jericho,
what's that yellow
who's-
orb do? Can I tell?
I'm not going to tell you what what they do until we study it, and that like all of that stuff can happen in the chat. I will post it both in the role playing chat and in the other one in case you don't go into the role playing chat that much. I will like list what the items are.
I asked mainly because it's very gold and very shiny, and I
Okay.
may want to hold on to it.
Krieg, I will give you the information for what this orb does.
Okay.
Looking into this orb, you can tell, like, you stare in it, you focus on it for about 5 minutes. You have to do the 5-minute focusing, and then when you look up, it does like, fuck, all the great video game things. You know where The Witcher has it, Assassin's Creed has it, Disco Elysium has it. Like where it highlights all of the items, usable items.
Okay.
Whatever, when you look around, everything is surrounded by a yellow glow. Like the most glowing bright thing is the most expensive thing.
Ooh.
And expensive is based on the world that you're in.
Okay.
So like when you stare into it deeply and then you look up, you can tell the monetary value of every item in the area. Downside, your eyes glow the same color as the orb while it happens. It has no limits on its use. It's about the size of a bocce ball.
Okay.
I wanted to make them smaller on the map, on the thing for it, but if I made them any smaller, you couldn't tell what was going on. And that is what, like, oh, if you don't know what a bocce ball is, bigger than a pool ball, smaller than a bowling ball.
It
Okay.
reminded me I need to play Disco Elysium. Shit.
Yes.
Great game.
We just finished it like this past week, so it's on.
8 out
our
of
minds.
10.
It was a solid experience.
Yeah,
I think-
palm sized Kai. Yeah, that's correct.
I think he's gonna keep that for his office. If no one stops him, because
Oh,
it would be
like-
very, very useful for what he does as an accountant.
And nobody sees it, so like nobody's seen it yet, so you are perfectly fine to just palm it and then.
Well, technically, it was been seen.
Oh, yeah.
It was one of the items by the balloons,
Fair. Do
so people
right,
have
so
seen it.
this is a situation where you got to roll a 20-sider, so if people know that you have contraband,
Yes.
people know that you have contraband.
I was actually gonna roll against him, but I don't feel like I need to. But
No, you
for the
don't.
sake of argument, I will. on the off chance that I fail my roll.
Yeah, on the off chance you get a 1. That was so close.
That was
One person sees you do this. Who's the one person that saw
It was Bobert.
Bobert saw Krieg pocket? Okay.
Ultimately, that
Nope.
doesn't really change anything.
Lower
though,
a roll
Timothy.
by 1.
Whose roll are you
rolling?
rolling?
probably mine because he's, Talon.
If
You
you're
know, for the
rolling-
very first time, I will be nice to Toast. This one time.
Hey,
Okay, but that makes us tied.
I'm gonna stick with it that Bobert knows that you have something. Doesn't know what it is, but knows that he wants it. Bobert wants this. Doesn't even know. He saw the glint of yellow, or maybe the glint of gold. Like, he thinks it's gold that you are stashing. So now you have a flamingo that wants to rob you.
okay. And then last question: what happened to the llama?
Oh, he got
I
outside.
don't think that's really
Okay.
gonna change anything.
Can't wait. Use this on Toast. So everybody knows that you have this orb now? Like, if it's a
So-
1...
No, it
No,
was a
raise
3.
a roll. So
Raise-
I rolled a 4, so I am now higher than Bob.
Okay. So Bobert has no fucking idea what's going on. He's got whiplash by, like, turning his head back and forth so much. Raise the roll by 1. Okay, use this on... I thought it was, like, make the roll a 1.
No,
And I
it
like,
was the first one lowered my roll so that they were even. The second one raised his roll so that he won. It's real tight though, and neither of these are good rolls.
It's true.
Right now, you believe you got away with it.
I believe. Okay.
You believe you got away with it. And I will tell you for sure that none of the crew saw it happen. Maybe the lawyer, maybe Bobert.
Someone did.
Maybe.
But I don't
Maybe.
know.
If
I
that ever
assume
comes
I'm
up in the
me.
future.
Yeah.
So, you
And
do?
then how can I turn the glow off if I stop focusing on it?
Yes,
Like my
like-
eyes stop going.
After 5 minutes, your eyes will stop glowing. You won't see the thing. It will go back to glowing.
Okay.
Now, the fact that he used it by accident, is accidental use of contraband items against the rules?
If it
I
were,
don't think so
Trixie would be in
because
so much trouble.
Trixie would be in jail. Like, Trixie's character put on the mask, and it's stuck on her face, and that is definitely contraband. It's one of the most powerful contraband items we've ever seen. A couple of the other ones were down in the hole. 2 of them came back up.
I stick with my decisions.
Anyway, who found the detector that was supposed to go down the hole, but they just left it on a bench? If somebody has that on them, it is glowing insanely. That beetle wants to explode, like the rift detector. But with that is the end of this game. We will do the science portions in the role-playing section, and I will list out what all of these magical items are in the Wanderpus meta channel, because by meta, you guys should all I should tell you what they do because they're cool. But then in the roleplay, when you figure out what they do, that's when we can list them. Or you just throw them in the vault like you're supposed to, and not study them, because you're not supposed to study them. You're supposed to throw them in the vault.
Are there any interesting properties about the stinkfinger flower?
Probably some research that's going to need to be done by the science
Yeah,
team.
it's gonna
Okay.
be some research too. Nobody's ever seen it on the surface.
Can we tell it all without research? Does anybody know, is this very definitely from a different world, or?
It is very definitely a result of one world being connected to another one
Okay.
in a weird way. It's probably not from that world. It might be the pollen of one world got into plants from another world and ended up weird.
interesting.
What does Tobias want to do?
I mean, something
He's
that
worried about Snack.
something that Kai brought up earlier, since the tiny horse rumor was his rumor, and he's still sitting on the familiar card or something, scroll, is something.
Oh, totally.
So it brought up like maybe having tiny horse imprint on him, which I think is
was-
perfectly acceptable.
It was a perfectly acceptable idea because that is why I put Tiny Horse in the game. Because Tiny Horse and Giant Horse are two different horses. Just one of them is very, very small and one of them is very, very large, and nobody's ever seen two at the same time. And yeah, so that was the science mission, guys. I used 2 NPCs I wasn't planning to for a couple more games. Like, now Timothy, who originally maybe not been an ally, but neutral. Not neutral.
Me shooting him probably didn't help.
Clearly
Why.
he had some shit going on. Clearly, like, him and Laurel were teamed up, and that would have been explained in the future, and just maybe this was going to be like a sneak peek of those two, like, bah, like, look, they're working together, so in the future when I bring it up, it's not going to be weird. You shot him, and threw Laurel in the water.
I did nothing. I mean, I didn't touch him. It was
With
the
what
monster who did it.
What you fully believed were real sharks.
Let's be honest, inviting the security officer who's known for having a foul temper and the accountant on a science mission probably was not a good idea.
I do like the fact that the accountant came on a science mission.
I helped. I grabbed science stuff.
We did grab some science stuff.
I think throughout the entire thing, Snicksnack ended up being more of a liability than he.
You guys look over and you just see Tincture and like full-size Riverman again, just wringing out her clothes, just looking at you guys, just shaking her head, and she's like, I hope this thing fucking works. You guys are a fucking mess. Look at you.
We are aware.
And she's like, she's pointing at like the crew that went, not the crew that wasn't down there. It's just like, you, what? Just, ah! And
What?
she like throws her hands in the air. Like, I didn't get any studying done. I didn't find a quicker path around the world. Like, I found a cave that shoots me out into the ocean. And she stops and she thinks, she's like, but where does the river start? And she's
We
just
found
like,
out where all the magic items are going.
I wasn't interested in the magic items. That cult's fucking weird.
Oh.
We'll just
The
have to
next-
do another expedition and go the other way.
Exactly.
Go
We could
against the
down.
current.
But we know where it goes. Now we just have to find out where it comes from.
You can come along again if you want.
Exactly. It'd be a grand adventure.
And now, if anybody gets the Riverman card, I don't know if we've made that one yet, but we will make it. That game will be going the other way down this river, or up this river. I think she does, in fact, pound the wine that Karika gives her.
I have a flask of unlimited white wine that I use for cooking. I offer some of that to the Riverman if he wants it.
It shrinks down to 8 inches and just fucking pounds. Just pounds the flask. Gofan, I need you to roll me a 20-sider to see if Art extracts blood from Bobert.
Also, Otter's asking about questions.
13. You successfully extract it. He feels like he thinks he's
I feel like he thinks you goosed him.
yeah.
And he's like, oh, fresh.
Woo. Now Otter just not Otter. Fucking Bobert looks over at the beach like, fresh. Wink. I don't know if flamingos can wink. When do you use items? Whenever you think they would be useful for the scenario. You can use them both in the RPing section, or you can use them whenever. Like, and they don't go away just because we're done using them. You guys still have a magnifying glass that you can use. Nope, magnifying glass broke. I'm just gonna put my foot down about that one. Too much shit happened down there.
You know, honestly, this didn't go as bad as it could have.
Whew,
I think honestly, this might be the most successful mission.
The last one went okay.
The last one went okay. Like, sure, the ship was kidnapped at first, but that was a scripted event that was supposed to happen. Like, I knew the ship was going to get taken. I knew there was going to be a giant rock. I thought the rock was going to get... I knew the rock was going to be there and there was a giant bird. I thought the giant bird was going to get it to the nest. And then everybody would be trying to figure out how to do it and how to, like, appease the little chicklings and stuff. And I was thinking, like, Tobias and Snicksnack would be feeding the birds while everybody else was trying to get the ship to safety. Like, that's how I thought it was going to go. But that did not happen at all. There were going to be fun games at the town, not the town being kidnapped. The town ended up being kidnapped because... Like, there were going to be llama races, but then we realized the llamas would have been a different thing. So what would have that looked like? I was debating playing, like, soccer with llamas. Very, like, what's the name of the movie? El Dorado. I wanted to do, like, an El Dorado scene. That didn't happen.
All your plans ruined.
But it's always fun. But yeah, so we will study all of those items. I will give you a list of what the magical items was. This was a lot of fun, and you remember how I said, like, wild swings can happen in these games? Yep. Those two NPCs are very important.
And very angry.
And they weren't supposed to be angry or antagonistic yet. You tried to drown one and you shot another one.
I don't have a cat for the
It's
cat
not my
cam.
fault they can't swim.
I was trying to be nothing but helpful to them.
You were trying to be
To be fair, they're antagonistic first. I was defending myself.
Somebody did play that card, that broken item, though.
But it was an accident, so I didn't do it on purpose.
This is true. You did make clear there was an accident. But you definitely sent your llama over there on purpose.
That's true. I only yelled llama. I might have spooked it on accident. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I had a lot of fun. I hope everybody else had fun.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And that was the first of these NPC ones. And the NPC ones, I'm looking to make them more than just, like, closing a rift or anything like that. I'm trying to, like, I want to have them have a theme and it be thematic all the way through. I was expecting you guys to send stuff back and then the people, the science team, telling you what it is. So, like...
Half of that happened.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
I do have samples. They're just not good
you do have samples. But what I had intended was, like, if you find a little lizard, you balloon it, send it back, you describe what it looks like, and the science team back would describe what it does. So it's just like, you send it back and they're like, oh, it's incredibly aggressive and highly toxic. So, like, now all of a sudden it is incredibly aggressive and highly toxic. That was the plan. But the cards changed the story. What card did you try to play?
The Nicholas Away Game card.
Oh, sorry. Before you play that, I know Talon wanted to play the peanut card.
Okay, you guys have both of them, then.
Yes.
Yes.
Zach has the...
I just used the Nicholas card.
He had the Nicholas card. All right,
Wait,
so I will...
Oh.
Did you want to play the peanut card? Talon? Did you want to do that?
I literally just had played it the second you said, oh, I just played it.
Oh, I don't know if they have the card thing on this one.
Weird.
I don't know if I had it on the, Can I just, like, Could have sworn there was, like, the ability for me to hit, like... replay it. But I'm actually just gonna give you guys the cards back if you just play them again. That's actually easier than me trying to figure out what the fuck.
Yeah, and,
how this shit works.
Talon, play yours first, so that it's, like, We have documentation that because you said you wanted to play it earlier, and then
Talon Warhawk
Zach
played
said
this
it.
card.
okay.
Oh, it actually
so
said
then-
something. That's fun.
Okay.
What does it say?
It actually had like a audio key, text to
Then
voice.
play mine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tank Gemini played this card.
There we go.
Yeah, that's inconsistent, and I have to check that. But all right, so we have both the Peanut and Nicholas side quests.
Yeah. So the next away game will be a Peanut game, and that one is going to be very. Okay, you played it. It's a very sneaky spy game.
Oh
And the Talon has to go with the sneaky people.
Yeah, it's like Talon, you are now assigned the mission of keeping Peanut safe while they investigate the Parliament.
I mean, Peanut will be safe.
Will
Probably.
your mission be
Peanut's gonna
successful?
dress like a ninja, by the way.
Corzipa is just in her normal uniform, just blasting anyone who walks around a corner.
Probably
and
shouldn't
then
wear uniform on a stealth mission.
the Nicholas game is actually like perfectly
Actually-
fine and acceptable for Tengu, for Gemini, because that game is going to be a study of why do mushrooms appear near rifts.
Oh yeah.
Actually, can we just send in a security team for the Peanut mission?
For all of them, just all security, all of them.
Just all security. There's a misunderstanding. They were told stealth was optional. They just walk in with rocket launchers, grenade launchers, and machine guns.
Well, those games, we'll have the lists up for them at some point. Not right now, because we still got to decide the date, because we got a game this next weekend, and then we've got the Saving Private Squishy probably immediately after that. And then we've got the next Sunday is the main game that was supposed to be for June, but had to get pushed back to like the first Sunday of July. So like Sunday. Oh wow, that's 4th of
no,
July.
that's 4th of July.
I don't think we
Not
don't
gonna be
play
that
that then. All right, we might play it early. We might play it on Saturday. Because I have Saturdays off. We'll figure that out. But next week, everybody, please come because that's the co-host game.
Yeah, that
And
is
then after
the
that, we
game
have-
on Saturday is the co-host showcase game. Assuming that Leto and Marcus show up,
Supposedly, yeah.
supposedly. Yeah, so that should be a good one. We're really gonna put stuff through the pieces for that, so... Oh, and July 1st is Canada, and I think July 1st is, like, on a Thursday. That's not gonna...
Yeah, July 1st doesn't matter to me. I'm at work.
Yeah. That's a non-stream day for us, so...
And then we
Nobody
get
likes
5
Canada.
AP back, right?
Yeah, everybody gets the 5 AP back. Even the people that would like build in the tower and stuff, they get the 5 AP back as well.
Oh, we only get 5 back.
5 back. That's all you get.
Okay.
I have still not used any AP my entire time.
It was
I used 6 AP that game,
I've got 9.
so I'm back
Oh,
up to
that
9.
can-
So wait, no, I used overpower on Snick Snack.
good.
This playlist really gets off the rails a little bit. We need a better playlist than this.
Yeah, I'll find this one before the next
We
week.
might need to make a playlist for this.
Probably. Okay, well, I am off because I have to go to the bathroom. That was very fun. I hope everybody had a good
Oh,
time.
that's not what I
Um,
wanted. This is what I wanted. Not in the void.
Oh no, the void.
The void! I thank you all. Portraits and whatnot on Friday and Sunday. I think that makes sense. I think that tracks. Those are words that make sense. I know I want to stuff like at least one more art stream somewhere, but with all the games, there's no room to do it. Find out what the key is. Otter wants to know what the key is. I don't know. The key. Is that like one of the cards? God, I'm never gonna be able
Oh,
to
the
find it.
key? It's an item. Literally
yeah.
whatever you think it is. If they find a locked door and you play the key,
it's just the key to that door.
If you find like if you're missing a note, if you're missing a musical note, it's the key that they're looking for.
It's the perfect MacGuffin item.
Anything,
Yeah.
It is exactly what you need that key to be.
When you need it to be
the key to be that.
That feels right.
I know.
Okay. It is. I mean, it's unique in the sense that it can be very, very, very useful, or you could just throw it away. So either way, key to somebody's heart. I mean, honestly, however you interpret that is entirely up to you guys. That is the fun of that stuff. Like, fuck around with it, surprises with it. So I think that's everything. I will art streams more somewhere at some point, please. Would be nice. I feel like I haven't done any at all in like forever. Alright, so then we're gonna fuck off. So everyone have a wonderful rest of your, I don't know, tail end of your weekend, basically. And RP stuff in the Discord to finish out what all the stuff was that you guys got. Bye forever!